That's disgusting.
So welcome to the pre-show. Before we get started here, Dan has collected himself quite the hoard of goodies over there on his side of the table.
I have a Smart Water, a Mountain Dew Voltage, a sandwich. I'm the only one with stuff on the table.
We're in the mic.
We're in the desert
hey, this
today.
is mine. Yeah, I have like a little
Needs
stuff here.
a couple things to drink.
Actually, this isn't even
You guys can see in the picture for the thumbnail, we set up this table, and
You took a picture?
Not yet.
not yet.
Oh, not yet.
I'm
not saying.
Tell them that. You just messed it all up.
See, now I'm gonna have to cut it out because we're not gonna end up taking that picture. We're gonna be done and like forget about it 2 hours from now.
I'm gonna write it down.
Take picture.
Take a stand.
Why does it say like
Sure.
untitled in page one?
Because that is
Dream
what
just
WordPad
dream until
does.
you
No, you're wasting WordPad.
Notepad, whatever.
You like Open Office or something.
It's a waste
Reach
of
for
a piece of
the
paper.
stars.
Yeah, that's waste of
Shut the
ink.
fuck up. That's copyright. It's not our property.
Copyright Slyfox Sound and P-Back.
Yeah.
We'll get the licensing from them.
Not ours.
Want to smell my sandwich?
No, I don't want to smell your fucking
Smell what's that?
sandwich.
Smells like
sandwich.
smells
You
like
wanna smell
T-Bat and Sly. I don't
It's not
want
like
to
you
smell
said
it.
smell your
Salad.
salad.
Coots wants to smell my sandwich. Come on, Coots.
It's not even nothing like fucking special.
Smells like
with it.
bread.
I'm gonna
It's
throw
like
up
ham
on
and
it.
cheese. What does that even smell
And
like?
bread.
It smells more like bread than anything, so I
This is
guess.
soggy bread.
That's a
Ew.
fucking.
Ew!
That's a fucking steal.
Ew, look at him.
How much was that? What does that say on the front there? That don't even say.
I'd pay $1 for that.
Welcome to Critchard Tlack for
Oh, he has to lean over.
1/12/2013.
You could have checked your iPad for
Yeah,
that.
Dan could have checked his iPad for that.
You can't see that.
It's
Batman
small font.
o'clock.
It's
Batman
Batman o'clock right now, and we are sitting here. And
I can't even see the fucking topics with your stupid fucking.
James, you're right.
There you
This is
go.
an acquired taste, but I think I've already acquired it halfway through the can.
It took me a couple cans.
Are you drinking your Al Qaeda tea right there?
Huh?
It's the Al
Because
Qaeda
this
tea.
stuff is
Coots has been
actually
converted
pretty
to Al Qaedism.
He doesn't.
I've
He
already
doesn't
been
want to
drinking-
fund them directly, so he has me buy them and then he pawns them off of me.
Yeah, I had Seamus buy them, then I just borrow them.
Somebody actually submitted a review on Amazon.com for that peace tea and said, "My friend, I heard from a friend that it's funded by Al Qaeda."
Naturally, I believe.
Apparently, it's true.
How
But
many
it tastes
thumbs up?
pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
They
though.
make a
I
damn
like it when
fine
people
tea.
do stuff like that.
All right,
So Critchard
everybody
Tlack.
here.
We got Z couldn't make it this time, even though he was going to be on here.
we ended up filming it. We're recording
Yeah, we
this
had
earlier.
to go off a schedule, so we apologize to Z.
Sorry, Z. We love
Z,
you.
you'll be in the next time.
We hope.
What are you waiting for a response? Your eyes moved. Like
You were like,
he's looking up. Like
It's like Z.
Z.
he's just like really far back on. The fire rises.
Like, Z, one day when you're not in heaven,
Oh no.
when we all die,
This is
we'll
for you. So this creature
Dedicated
talk is
to
dedicated to Z Royal Viking. If you guys could keep him in your thoughts and prayers.
Oh, no. Let's see. So let's get on to topics.
You didn't even say who
You
was
said,
here.
well, we wanted Z here, but all right, topics.
We have Dan.
Hi.
We have Seamus.
Yep.
We have James.
Yeah, I like how you went like in a fucking.
It wasn't even like clockwise.
Yeah, I'm
or-
sitting across from Coots, and then Seamus is to
bam,
my
bam,
left.
bam.
His
They
right.
see the picture right now.
Oh, that's true.
Doesn't make any sense
if
at
we
all.
remember it.
If
We'll see about that.
we won't.
What does that say?
What?
This is like
Thumb
thumb.
picture.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it was
Oh,
easier to
forget.
write out thumb picture than thumbnail.
Thumbnail isn't explanatory
Excuse
enough.
me.
What I'm like.
Thumb
sitting there-
picture is
thumbnail. You know, I
What do
could
you mean?
upload some thumbnails here. Maybe that's what I was trying to remind myself of.
thumb picture.
Maybe we should just like put little faces on our thumbs. And
Yeah, there you go.
like, that
Thumb
might be the
picture. Here's the
thumbnail.
podcast. You know. I'll-
But this is the thumbnail right here. Put a picture.
No,
right there.
I'm just saying, like thumb.
How about we drive a nail
faces.
through our fingers? Thumbnail.
No, I like my day better. You just made it stupid. Thank you. You ruined it.
Yeah, you went too
Bleh.
literal.
Bleh.
That was
Too
a-
much.
Just too much.
Dan's messing around on his iPad. So anyway, let's get to the first topic, which is Gangster Squad, which I did not see. So this is all on Dan and everyone else. who got
That
to
was
see
a
it.
brand
Dan and James.
spanking new movie.
We went and saw it. For some reason, AMC was doing a 10 o'clock showing. They were doing 10 o'clock and midnight. I don't know why they were doing 10 o'clock, but they did 10 o'clock, and there was, like, nobody there. So that
That's
worked
weird.
out. But it was me, James, Spoon, and Allie all went to go see it. And, yeah, no one else. What'd
It
you
was
think?
good.
What'd you think, James? You thought it was good?
Again, the streak.
Could
the
you
streak
could you
continues.
explain the streak to these people who do not know what the streak is?
And this is quite
See,
astonishing.
it's hard
by the
to
way.
know where it began, though, because you had said
Lawless was in
Lawless
there.
was in there too. But I was just saying that because I'm pretty picky with movies. That for the past like 5-6 movies, I haven't had any complaints at all. So it's weird.
5-6 movies going to see in theaters.
Going to see in theaters, yeah, where I haven't came out, and I'm just like, God damn it.
We did watch that Mickey Rourke movie
Like-
on Bluray recently. That was pretty terrible.
That
Well, it
fucking
wasn't
sucked.
terrible, but Thomas Jane saved it a little bit. But yeah. So yeah, I think it was like, what was the first one? I remember you saying Skyfall.
Skyfall.
It was like Skyfall. What was that movie with Brad Pitt? Killing Them Softly.
Mhm.
Argo.
Django.
was excellent, and Gangster Squad, and Lawless was in there too. James hasn't been there for the last couple of movie nights or whatever, so
I didn't see The Hobbit.
You didn't get to go see The Hobbit.
James
What was-
has no interest.
What was the other
in
one?
that, really.
No, I guess that was it. No, you didn't go see Skyfall when we went, but you went and saw it afterwards anyway.
Yeah.
But Gangster Squad was really good. I really liked it. Well acted. Ryan Gosling. And when I say Ryan, I think Reynolds, Felipe. Like I have different names in my head,
It's Gosling.
but Gosling. Yeah, I'd like to take you to bed. You guys were saying his voice
I
sounded
probably
weird.
I used to like I probably would have like maybe a few years ago put Ryan Reynolds up above like
He's kind of
in
fallen.
my
He's
my
fallen.
thinking, and
Green Lantern really brought him down.
I don't really like
And Deadpool.
Yeah, but that wasn't
that
his
wasn't
fault.
like
I know.
that wasn't actual. If you're saying like Wade Wilson, he did do that. Like,
Wade Wilson was
alright.
awesome. He was like the best part of that movie at the beginning, but then they
He did do Wade
fucked
Wilson
him off
alright.
at the end.
And it wasn't
Yeah,
even
he
him
did.
as Deadpool. So well, from what the credits on IMDb say, it's some other dude. It's some like
Wait a minute.
it was a martial artist guy or something like that.
Oh.
Like once he turned Deadpool. So
Well,
that
it was him
That's
for a little bit. It
spoilers
was him
for
for
a
a little
movie.
bit, though. Yeah, it's a
Spoiling
shitty movie.
An extremely
Shitty movie.
good movie.
A movie that came out like 5 years ago. But so yeah, Gangster Squad was good. You guys were saying his voice sounded weird. Ryan.
That was
Gosling.
Ryan,
Spoon was saying that
the
his-
minute we got out, Spoon was making fun of Ryan Gosling's voice.
Yeah,
Sure.
it was.
And
it
I was just
normal.
like,
And we just kept like intimidating him. We kept impersonating him. We was like, Spoon, I want to take you to bed.
it was I don't know. I didn't really see anything.
My only criticism of the movie was Sean Penn. I didn't think he was that strong of a villain. It wasn't his acting or anything. I just think the writing wasn't that great for him. It was just like somebody would fuck up on his end and it'd be
Yeah.
like, kill him. You know what
who
to
was
do.
in that at the very beginning? Bellick.
Bellick
Fucking
was.
Prison Break. Like I was like right
disappeared
away. It's
randomly.
like there's always like a Prison Break person that just randomly shows up and
We watched
It's
Star Trek
hilarious.
earlier and there was a Prison Break guy.
Yeah.
Who was in that one?
it was that Asian guy that in the later season goes.
Yeah,
after
I was
them.
just gonna say.
Dark
it
Knight
was the
Rises,
Asian
dude.
guy.
He was in
Yeah,
Dark
yeah,
Knight
yeah.
Rises. Played.
It was.
Uh,
I think that's hilarious.
partner.
Every time we could watch like random newer movies, there's always someone from Prison Break
yeah.
in any of those.
the Resident Evil.
Oh God.
Wentworth Miller.
Yeah,
No.
Wentworth Miller.
I mean, see, that him and Link and Michael are the two guys I haven't really seen in anything else.
Yeah, I haven't.
It's just
seen
all the
what's
other
his face.
people in the
What was
series.
his
Like
name? I forget his name.
Who's?
Dude that played Lincoln.
The Matrix? I don't know the guy's name.
No, he's the dude
was
that he was in Blade or whatever. The bad guy in Blade.
The first one?
Fuck was his name?
Steven Dorff?
No, not the first.
Which one?
I'm talking about the Prison Break guy.
the guy. So there's Wentworth Miller. And
I don't know who Link is.
I want
in
to say
Prison
the
Break.
third one.
Blade Trinity. Oh no, Dominic Purcell.
There you
I
go.
knew it was Dominic
Yeah,
or something
there
like
you
that,
go.
but then I was thinking
He
it
played
was the other
Dracula.
guy.
Drake.
Yeah,
Duh,
Drake?
that movie. Yeah, they
Drake.
called him Drake. It was stupid. That movie.
I don't remember those
I
movies.
love Blade. That movie.
But yeah,
sucked.
I haven't really seen him too much. Like,
Triple H was in that too.
yeah, he was. He was pretty fucking weird in that.
He got shot in the eye.
Yeah, he got shot in the eye. But he fucked up Ryan Reynolds a good bit there.
Yeah. Good stuff. So Gangster Squad. Thumbs up.
It was good. It was good.
I'm
Good.
gonna draw a little thumb up next.
It was
time,
good.
I think.
All right,
Thumb
little
up.
thumb. I want to see your thumb. What your thumb looks like.
That is.
It's flipping me off. What
looks
is
like a
that?
duck. It looks like a duck or
It looks like a
something.
middle
Look at
finger.
the dinosaur.
That's like a middle finger.
I think that is the state of Iowa.
That's a peep.
I don't know what
That's
the fuck
disgusting.
that is.
That's
So
a
anyway,
peep.
That one's crossed.
That's a
off the
marshmallow.
list.
You better cross off that peep.
Disgusting.
Yeah, you cross that out.
Oh,
my God.
Next on the topic list, Anarchy reigns, and that goes to Seamus.
Into some gaming stuff.
Into
Into some gaming stuff.
Anarchy reigns.
That game came out like 6 months or a year ago.
It came out a while ago.
Somewhere else.
I had seen it pop up for import.
And it finally showed up here in the beginning of January, and it has like a $30 price tag as Dan digs into his sandwich.
Now I'm gonna get yelled at in the comments.
Oh, Dan,
I'll dig into a sandwich too. I'm
Seamus,
drinking.
did
I'll
not
eat.
interrupt you when you were talking about what you were
You
talking
can interrupt me all you
Sorry,
want.
Seamus. I love you. I'm touching
I
his
love you
shoulder
too.
right now.
What kind of rating did that?
Hurry up
thing
in your
get,
fucking
huh?
sandwich.
It got like a mediocre rating.
5.9.
Got a 5.9 from IGN, but we didn't check any other sources. I played the game. It might be a little bit better than a 5.9, but it's definitely not much better than that. It's just something you would, sit down and play for a little. It's really repetitive.
What is it, an RPG or?
No, it's like kind of like a brawling game. You just kind of run around and beat the shit out of stuff. Like they have cutscenes in the game, but a lot of the cutscenes between different characters are just portrayed with like two heads talking to each other. Like there's not much going on. It's just like here's some story. Okay, you do a bunch of missions, then they might have like an actual cutscene, and then it just goes back to the heads thing. So it's like it just stops too much.
Sounds like it earned that 5.9.
I think it's a little bit. I think it's a little bit better than that. I don't think it's 5.9.
The thing was, even the imported version was still like English. Like there was no difference with the imported version. You could still go on the servers. You could still play and shit. I think like it wasn't like. I don't know why they took so goddamn long with putting it over here.
They probably
No
started
idea.
thinking, well, no, I get if it was English, then I guess it doesn't matter.
I don't think it was like because I remember looking at it before because I was like, what the fuck is this game? Because I heard it has the dude from Mad World in it.
Yep.
And I was like, supposedly spiritual successor from that, and I was looking at it and I was like, what the fuck is this? It's in color. It's not black and white. Come on.
There's like a part where.
Wait, John DiMaggio? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
Okay.
What are you talking about? What the hell?
Mad World?
Oh,
For the Wii?
all right.
Yeah.
Well, you said voice actor, so I thought.
There's like a random.
Oh,
part.
I don't know if it's the same dude
Oh, okay.
like that
Never mind.
voices. It's the main character. Like
Gotcha.
he shows up again.
There's a random part where they reference it because he gets really pissed off and everything goes black and white. So I figured that was the reference. It's like a really short reference to it. It's in a cutscene. But it's funny because in like the actual cutscenes, the voices and stuff match up to the mouth movement. But when it's just like the two heads talking to each other, it's like it doesn't match up at all. It's like they just took the Japanese mouth
Is it on
movements.
PS3 too?
I think so.
That might be what I seen it on then, because PS3 I don't think is region locked, so it might have been like that could be imported.
Yeah, I don't know if it's region locked. I know Xbox is, but
PS3 is usually weird like that.
Sounds weird.
It's
It is
weird.
weird. It's
Now, what is your rating, Seamus? You give it.
I don't know. I haven't beaten it. I mean,
Scale of 1 to 10, what would you give
I'd
it?
probably give it like a 6.5 at the most
So
right
you
now.
went from 5.9 to 6.5.
Yeah,
That
it's
sounds
like
a
it's
lot
not
better.
it's not terrible, but it's just like it's too repetitive and it doesn't do anything special. It's like you just walk around, you beat shit out of some guys, that's about it. The game is somewhat difficult, but once you learn like what to do, it's fine. As long as you pay attention to some of the tutorials, then you're good, but it's not groundbreaking, it's not poopy. And it's the first game of the year.
Brink was groundbreaking.
Brink was the most groundbreaking game.
Groundbreaking when you
I think
spike
in
the game in the
literal,
ground.
the literal sense and in the figurative sense.
I think Brink broke like all records by getting nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture, and it wasn't even like
it wasn't
a
even
movie.
a movie. Just had that amazing of cutscenes.
They thought it was a movie. Someone
Robert
chopped up
Bowling took home Best Supporting Actor.
He couldn't accept the award though because he was too busy.
his Pallet
Set
Jack
creator.
character was really well received.
Pallet Jack character. I think the Pallet Jack won, Best Original Screenplay.
Probably best supporting actor goes to Pallet Jack.
Oh man.
Oh, we're stupid. Anyway, that's Anarchy Reigns. Now, what is this DMC?
That's
Devil
Devil
May
May
Cry.
Cry.
Devil May
That's
Cry.
the Devil May Cry.
That
What
comes
is-
out when?
That's this Tuesday. I don't know what that date is. It's like the
15th?
15th, I think.
Hey, that's an iPad job.
It is
Oh.
15th.
Oh,
Yeah.
calendar.
There you go. You get to use your iPad.
Oh, do I? I don't know where a calendar is on this thing.
It's the 15th.
Should I Google what the?
I'm pretty sure it's the
Google-
15th.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
We're gonna be sitting here waiting just for a confirmation that it is the
Oh.
15th.
Confirmed or not?
All right. That's not what you're supposed to be looking for.
Oh, I thought you said play cat noises.
Maybe the cat was saying yes, it's the 15th.
The 15th is...
He's gonna find it first.
Wait, the 15th of what month?
I don't have a
This
calendar.
month.
The
It
fuck
comes
you mean,
out-
what
it comes
month?
out Tuesday
Jesus.
in March.
You just fucking said next week. What do you mean, what
It
month?
comes
Why are
out.
you asking what it is then?
We didn't know if it was the 15th or not. We wanted confirmation.
It is the 15th. Jesus Christ.
What month? March of next week. Today is January 12th.
Next fucking year.
Hold the phone. I found a calendar.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it is the 15th.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
A minute to confirm.
I
knew
didn't
that
know where my
already.
calendar
He
thing
said
was on
what?
this.
March.
I never use it.
So yeah, it's the reboot of Devil May Cry. They're starting
Just like
fresh from the beginning.
Supposed to be a
Dante
prequel.
with
Reboot.
black hair,
Reboot.
really weird. He's
Dante
like
Begins.
emo-ish kind of deal, which I mean, he wasn't well received right to begin with.
Yeah.
But they're pushing that new Dante like crazy. Like they got him in PlayStation All Stars. They got him, you know.
You even get like
but
a-
it's weird because Virgil, his brother, is looking the exact same in the game. I don't really know the storyline behind it, but I mean, I don't know.
I think it's a
Virgil was always the
prequel.
same.
It's supposed to be like what happened
Yeah,
before.
but I mean, if Dante looks different, then Virgil should look different.
Maybe
What?
something terrible happened to Dante. Now he had
It
changed.
turned his hair white, turned him into a
Something
rock star rebel.
Something scared him.
Yeah,
Turned him
something
to rock.
scared his hair white.
He's like, oh,
How many games in the series have there been before this? 4?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
four.
this is the
Four.
fifth installment.
Fifth.
I've never looked into those at all. Are they like an RPG kind of thing?
No, they're like
Hack and
third person
slash.
hack and
action.
stuff. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought I had seen some gameplay on it, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all
I
like
played the
third person.
first, and that was it.
It's like a combo kind of juggler thing. Where
If
you can
anything,
work
it
with
would have
each
been
other.
something I saw on Sanity.
Oh yeah, they've
I
had a
think
little bit of that
because I know
stuff.
Lyle likes that series.
Yeah. But yeah, we saw a little bit of that at Gamescom when in the what was the Capcom booth.
Yeah, the Capcom booth.
We got to sit in when we were waiting in line, we had to wait for half an hour in line, and we could see through the cages. There was actually one guy reaching through the cage. We've talked about this before, but we figured we'd touch on it again. There was a guy reaching through a cage and playing one of the games because there was an empty console, so he was just reaching through the cages playing the game. But James and I were just watching this guy who is failing terribly at the game. He was right in front of us, and he just kept playing the same part over and over and over again.
Yeah.
He couldn't seem to get.
It wasn't a fighting part or anything like that either. It
was a grapple thing.
Yeah, it was a grapple part where you had to grapple a hook or whatever, and he couldn't do it right. He just kept falling into the lava, and he would walk away and be like.
He would
And,
get
come
visibly
back over,
pissed.
you could see the fucking pissed off emotion coming out of this guy. He didn't want to fucking play that anymore. But everyone else is playing Resident Evil. All the stations are taken. He's just like, there's nothing else fucking open. What am I supposed to play here? I don't want to play fucking Lost Planet. I have to play Devil May Cry. And he's just sitting there pissed
I
off.
have to. Sir, you haven't finished the
There
demo
wasn't
yet.
that many people that were playing Lost Planet there. I mean, Lost Planet isn't even really that bad, so I don't know why. I mean, Lost Planet. I would have played
The only
Lost
time
Planet
I
if had a
really
second chance.
ever really heard of it was when they introduced Dom and Marcus.
Yeah.
Really?
I thought that was kind
I
of
remember
weird.
that trailer. Was that a DLC thing, or was that actually in the game?
I don't know.
Or was that just a
I
crossover
think
trailer?
that might have just been. Oh, I don't know. I didn't think about that. I thought they might have.
No,
just
they
added
were
into
actually.
the
It was
game.
probably multiplayer characters, I think. Because I don't know if they were in the actual single
Yeah.
player. They did go with the second one of those. The first one was really cool because it was I think it was snowy or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you had to you always had to get those heat pack things to be good to go. And then the second one went to a jungle. I remember playing it with Spoon for a little bit. And we both got tired of it. We were like, what the fuck is it? Because it was funny because the demo came out. And the demo was awesome because it would throw you right into a boss fight with that big thing. I don't know if you were in there too. I don't know how many of us were in there when
I've
we were
never
playing
played
it.
it.
It's this big boss that eats you and then literally shits you out.
What
it
the hell?
fucking you get to fight inside of it, and then
That sounds like
eventually
Gears.
You'll go out of his ass.
That's like Gears 2.
Yeah, it's like
Gears
what
2.
happened in Gears 2.
It's like a
But
maze.
it's like a constant thing, while you're in the middle of the boss battle. So I mean, that was it was really cool, and I felt like I wanted to fucking play more of it. But what the hell? I like being shit out of them monsters.
It was a new experience.
Good game
Yeah.
mechanic right there.
It looked like the third one went back to the snowy area again. I think I don't know. I don't even know if the second one ever went back to it because we stopped playing it.
I think they explained that the planet underwent some major climate change, and it was it went
Yeah.
jungly, and then it probably goes back to wintry.
Well, that was a dumb idea, changing that.
It's probably just drastic
I kind of
stuff.
like the snowy thing.
Jurassic Seasons.
Are you
But
saying
yeah.
if they made the third Lost Planet called Lost Planet 3 Anal Tactics that you buy it?
If there's a feature where every big monster that you fight eats you
And
and
shits
shits
you
you
out.
out, and you can what your objective is pretty much to rip it up from the inside, fuck with its organs and
Different
stuff.
bosses, you have to plant different types of explosive on
I would like that.
In
That
its
would be really
colon.
fun. As long as their insides are looking different, they got a different
Different layout.
Texture it and remap it a little bit.
a different.
Oh, this one's white. The other one was brown.
how would going through like the intestines be? Would that be like a slide going through?
That's what I mean. It would be different for each one. Like some maybe for one.
And these are aliens too, so
maybe
they might
for
have
one,
a completely
it'd be vertical.
different.
You go up and down.
They might have a completely different set. You have to climb up like a ladder in the intestines.
Why would there be a ladder? Like, who's building these ladders in the intestines?
No, I'm saying
evolution.
You climb them up like with ice picks in their intestines.
Oh,
You're climbing up.
I was about to say, who's building these ladders in these aliens? Like, well, another alien here. Build a ladder.
As long as it's like a different obstacle course inside of it, and you come out in the end. You come out of his ass. Yes.
Why are we throwing out these ideas? They should be for the creature game.
This should be a game. We should make.
Go into Creature Carl and come out of his ass.
They're listening right now, and they're gonna use this. It'll be like Lost Planet, the Small Intestine Chronicles.
And one of them, you come up where there's like a diving board set up, and you have to jump right through, and you'll pop right out.
God.
Right out the anus. It's like
It's like floop. Like, oh, daylight.
There'll be one where there's a reverse one where it's like you go through and do the ass.
the ass sucks you in. You gotta come out the mouth.
That's good. See.
All right.
That's what would.
We
sell
shouldn't
me.
put out this creature talk. We really shouldn't.
They're gonna steal our ideas.
All right.
Lost Planet 4 is gonna
Patent
be
pending.
that.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. From the gameplay that I've seen of Devil May Cry, it looks kind of like the other ones, but it doesn't really. I don't know if it would hold up. The fourth one was like kind of like mixed too, because it's like, okay, you got this new character Nero in there, and he's like, what the fuck is this new character? Why can't we play as Dante? Everyone likes to play as Dante because he's like the hip cool guy.
He was the
to
new
beat.
kid on the block.
But Nero was fucking badass. He had the fucking revved up Red Queen and shit like that. I really like playing.
Oh, speaking of the Red
from,
Queen, what don't you have a Red Queen sword?
Yeah, I'm sure people know about that right now.
They've seen it.
Is that the big heavy one?
The big
yeah.
heavy one.
Is-
The
is
big
the
ass
one
red
with
one.
with the handle on it where it has like the hook that goes like up.
Oh, okay.
It's like a bike because it revs up.
Okay.
The replica doesn't rev up or anything
Yeah.
like that, but
I thought
like,
it was
in the
that
game
red
does.
one that-
Yeah, I was
poopy
just
red
thinking
one.
about that, and then I remember.
No, the red
heavy
one is supposed to be Dante's sword, which is supposed to be silver, but like I don't know why
It
it's
ended
fucking
up
red
red.
and black. That doesn't make any sense. It says that it was Dante's fucking. I forget what his sword is called, like Hellbringer or something like that. I don't know. That might
It
be
underwent a
Harbinger.
change too.
I don't know what the fuck it is, but yeah, I don't know why it's red and black. That's such a weird thing to do with the replica. I feel like just spray painting it silver with that. It looks ugly as hell.
Yeah,
It's heavy.
It's heavy. It's kind of scary looking.
It feels like it's gonna fall apart because the blade is so long, and then like the
The
handle's
handle,
kinda,
yeah,
like,
it's kind of weaker.
and the handle's got spikes on
Yeah,
it
that
too.
you'll cut yourself on if you try to swing it around too much.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really looking too much forward to the Devil May Cry. I might just play it and probably drop it after a little bit. Like I probably wouldn't play it too long.
Yeah.
I don't know. Depends on how I guess the story works out. I felt like the Nero one, like the fourth one, had a pretty good kind of wrap up. A good bit, I guess. I don't know. It got kind of repetitive as the game went on, though.
Yep.
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 It's alright.
Yep.
Yarp.
Yarp.
Do you know what that's from?
No.
Okay.
What? You
Have
know what
seen,
that's from?
Have you seen Hot Fuzz?
Yes.
Okay.
There was a
And
while ago.
Michael,
Yeah.
the big guy, Yarp.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't.
Narp.
Narp. Yarp. It's been a while since I've seen
You
it.
know where that's from? No. You seen Hot Fuzz?
Yes.
I love that movie.
It's okay. Not everybody would get Yarp as that. Okay.
That's what I took
I
away from
completely
that
forgot
movie.
he was. No, I didn't take that away from it. I took the fact that they had guns and
What?
the big bushy beard.
Great big bushy beard. Hey, have you heard anything about the new one they're doing?
Nope.
They're doing the kind of the third in the trilogy of those movies, the Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and
Yeah,
then
no.
it's
Hopefully
called
it's not
like The
like-
World's End or something like that.
Hopefully it's not like what's it called, the Seth Rogen one.
It has Martin Freeman in it as a mainer character than he has been in the other two. Yeah, it's like a bunch of friends. I guess the world's ending. The pub's called like The World's End or something like that, but the world is actually ending, and they're kind of making one last run to
Martin
the bar.
Freeman, Davy Jones.
What?
Who's the
Bilbo Baggins.
Oh, okay. See, I still don't know his name.
Okay. What's the guy who plays Thorin?
Thorin, Richard Armitage. or
Yeah, so
something?
you know that, but you don't know Bilbo.
That's because Richard
Bilbo.
Armitage's name pops up every time I play
He's
that
also the same
song.
size as you. You're 6'2", right? I thought he was 6'4", but he's 6'2".
Yeah.
So you're just as tall as him, Coots.
That's a lot in
Magical
common.
moments.
You freak.
That's a lot in common.
But yeah, so it's a movie. It's
Freak.
coming out. I'm
That'd be
excited.
pretty cool. I like
Me
those
too.
two.
I want to
Probably
go
coming
see
out
some
this
Simon
year.
Pegg.
It's their kind of like last trilogy thing.
I want to see some Simon Pegg.
And you're right.
Saw some earlier, a little bit of them.
Oh yeah, God.
Yeah, the amazing
A little
role
bit
in
of 'em.
Star Trek.
Man, I did not blow
Unbelievable.
that out of proportion. I showed
you
James
did.
Star Trek.
That was
finally.
like me when we were watching Resurrection.
He was just making
And
Spock
Alien.
laugh. And
Well,
all
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Originally, we weren't even gonna watch Star Trek. It was watching Dread.
We watched Dread with Carl
And-
Urban.
Yeah, and then you wanted to do
Carl
another movie
Urban,
with
double-
him.
what-
I want mainly that was kind of loose, but I wanted to watch Star Trek with you because I figured you'd like it, and you did like it. You
I
just,
did,
like,
yeah, it was alright, but you played up Simon.
I'm
Pegg
sorry.
A lot.
I'm sorry. I was
I
trying to.
I
I was trying to focus on anything that would get him to sit down and watch it. I was like, oh yeah, Simon
Simon
Pegg
Pegg.
steals the show.
And then he's like, when it starts, he's like, oh well, he comes in like halfway.
I was like, oh yeah, I was
Wait.
because James was like, I want to see some Simon Pegg. I was like, well, he doesn't come in until like halfway through the movie. He's like, what?
It's like 4/5 through the movie.
It's an investment.
He shows up.
Now-
he has 3 lines. It's over. It's like
Well,
really
now you're
good.
prepared for Star Trek Into Darkness, where he'll be in a lot more, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, we're not going to
Hey.
trust Dan on that because
I
the
mean,
movie's going
to be determined, I don't
it's
know.
going to turn into a Hawkeye situation. The movie will start, he'll get captured
whoa,
or killed.
don't say anything about that. I know.
Yeah, Simon Pegg ends up getting
Spoiler.
captured. Then that would suck.
Yeah,
What
Simon,
the hell?
Simon Pegg gets turned right in the beginning.
That would be terrible.
Yeah,
Okay, so next topic. We are planning on
planning
doing
tentatively.
tentatively. No, it's pretty much
Pretty.
It's not like solid in stone.
It's a
but
possibility.
It's a very good possibility that we will be doing a Dead Space marathon stream. The 4th. It'll start the 4th of
Which is the day
February.
before the new one comes out.
And then the 5th at midnight, we'll go pick up the 3rd one and play that. So we'll play the first 2 up until midnight, and then someone will run out and get it and come back, and then we'll play that one into the morning. So
What we should do is have Jordan, from where he saved at on the second game, play
His Zealot or
on the
whatever it was.
hardest difficulty. Yes, Zealot. Because he fucking wanted to play on the hardest difficulty just to spite me, and he couldn't do it.
I did pretty good.
He's such a scrub.
I did pretty
You couldn't
good.
do it, so you should do it on the live stream. You should try to do it on that.
How much did I have left?
I don't fucking know where you stopped.
I killed the big nasty thing that was outside of the space station. That was like holding on to the.
I don't know. That might be
I don't
halfway
remember.
through the
Oh
game.
man.
You didn't even get the.
Maybe I got farther. I
You didn't
can't
even get to the
remember.
needle in the eye yet, did you? That's
Yeah, I
good. Did you?
Did I?
Yeah, I did. Did I?
Did I? I can't remember. I don't even know.
Cooch
Y'all-
reaction.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Did I?
So yeah.
Well,
That's,
in general, we want to stream a bit more before then.
yeah,
'cause we haven't really been
streaming,
streaming
but that'll
a lot,
that's
but-
just something we can announce in
Yeah.
in advance here.
Biggest thing has been the move.
Now, what month does that come out?
It's kind of effective.
That is February.
Oh, okay.
Not March.
What about May?
May.
Oh, okay.
February 4th and 5th. I think the time is 8 p.m. Mountain Time on the 4th.
Is what
We'll
you're
start.
aiming for?
So mark your calendar.
So mark your calendar for 10 p.m. Mountain Time when we finally
on
get
the
going.
9th.
Yeah, day after, like 4 days later. Well, we might start like Saturday at some point when we finally get going.
Eventually, we'll start.
Alright.
So yeah, that's the Dead Space thing. Smite for the people
Now
out
I
there
get to go
that
to
follow
the bathroom.
Smite, and he's gonna go to the bathroom.
And he's not mic'd up, so you
Yeah,
won't be
you
able to
don't
hear
have
him.
to-
Yeah.
Like last
He'll
week.
just yell.
So Smite High Res released.
That was him opening the door. Go
oh, I thought
ahead.
he was.
Now he's shitting. With the door open. That's impressive.
I think he's shitting out his
I
colon
would have
screaming
some
like that.
Performance anxiety.
Colon's just gonna
So
pop
High
out.
Res released Hercules, the Roman Hercules, as a god.
Kevin Sorbo?
No.
Or Hercules. Do you know who played young Hercules on TV?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Ryan Gosling.
Really?
Yep.
Ew.
I was
Continue.
close.
Anyway, Hercules is now introduced, and I think they added one skin or something like that. And they also took out the whole stats thing that they had added.
Is
So
the
that's
skin
all.
the Disney Herc?
No.
I'm disappointed.
They give Herc a skin. It's just kind of a recolor.
It has to be Disney
At
Herc.
one point in the stream reveal, they had one called the Incredible Herc, and he was all green.
I don't like that.
And when
Disney
and,
Herc.
and when he hits in one of his moves, he hits the ground and creates kind of like a thing, and he's like Herc smash.
Disney Herc. Need some Disney Herc.
That would be a good idea though. Disney Herc.
If they use that, then I
That'd be
want.
kind of copyright.
I want a lot of.
so.
I don't, they can get the license from it.
Yeah, it's
That looks like him actually.
Ryan Gosling as young Hercules.
Before he buffed
Ryan
up.
Gosling. So that's that.
Ew.
We were talking about Hercules being added to Smite, And Ryan Gosling was young Hercules.
That's fucking gross.
Hey, what have they been doing with
Why'd you
Hercules
get-
lately?
Look at that kid.
If Square
Fucker right
Enix
there.
can
Why does he look
get
more
that
tan
license,
then
how come
than he
Smite
does
can't?
now?
Because he had to be Hercules. Ew,
Because they're
that's
indie
nasty.
development.
Is that Fox Kids?
Doesn't mean
It is
anything.
Fox Kids.
They get a
Holy
discount.
shit.
They get a discount for that.
He looks kind
they
of
would.
muscular there for a kid.
Fantastic. Yeah,
Ew,
that
look
is.
at him.
That's not bad.
Oh, James wants some young
Jeez.
Ryan Gosling.
Pretty good looking.
Look at that. He's puckering his lips a little bit then there.
Man,
Get the time machine.
I'm gonna go watch The Notebook.
Oh, look at that more puckering.
Ew.
He's doing Ew!
I want to say. Let me say. Ew. That's terrible.
Is he seriously like running like
I
that?
came home before Power Rangers.
Ew! You should use that face for one of your, I don't know, something. I'm sorry, I gotta stop scrolling through
Okay,
these.
so that was the whole Herc thing. Why would you stop putting your stupid iPad?
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's like the 8th picture of young
So,
Ryan Gosling.
James is also, when we were writing down topics, James is informing that there is another THQ update.
We need like, yeah, we need like a news jingle.
More news continuing on the THQ bankruptcy scandal.
And now, the NPR news show, breaking news from James.
In the latest THQ hit.
The latest THQ bankruptcy.
No, but it's not even like too big of an update or whatever. I just read that there's Warner Brothers was actually looking into getting their assets and stuff like that. So that makes it EA, Ubisoft, and Warner Brothers now
Interactive.
that are looking into getting the THQ assets. And supposedly, like I was saying to these guys beforehand, was Warner Brothers actually looks like they're getting, I guess, the most support in terms of.
EA probably sure isn't.
No, EA, I don't
That's
know.
like EA Activision.
I guess they
Let's get
feel
it.
like Warner Brothers would actually treat their IPs right or whatever. Though, I mean, I don't know how Warner Brothers would do on some of those games. Like if they were to change any of that. Though, I mean, a lot of the devs they'd probably keep and do the same shit for the most part. I don't think they would change a lot of that.
But what about WWE?
But
Don't
what'd
you
they do
want
with
change for that?
I'd
would
probably
wanna
go EA.
see- I want to see some Batman in there as a hidden
Batman and
character.
WWE?
Like,
If Warner Brothers took it up.
just have a bunch, have Pedo Robin in there. Have some maybe his created parts that I could make Pedo Robin in there. That'd be good to go. I don't
Tag
know.
team would be Pedo Robin and Uncle Tommy.
There you go.
That's a
Created
devastating,
good
devastating
Uncle Tommy.
duo right there.
I don't know what. I don't know
Let's
what-
get him, Peter
what-
Robin. Yeah.
Hey.
I would really. I don't even know if they. I don't know if they.
They'd mistake Hornswoggle for a
Oh
child.
no!
I don't know if rights
him in the
go
van.
to rights go to certain companies for games or whatever. I guess, but the Punisher game was under THQ, and I don't know if like it would be cool to see if you know if Warner Brothers were to Warner Brothers were to get like Punisher. It'd be fucking weird. I don't know though. There hasn't been like anything with the Punisher game and or whatever for ages, but I'd just like to see Thomas Jane being Punisher again.
Well, you know,
It would be nice.
I'm just worried about Metro.
Punisher is Marvel, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and, Warner Brothers owns like the entire catalog for the movie rights for all of DC's stuff. But anyway, random.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was saying. I don't even remember who the devs were on the Punisher game. But like a lot of those older series, they haven't done anything with any of that in ages. So I think they'd probably more so take the bigger stuff like Saints, Metro.
Maybe someone can revive Red Faction.
That game's
Unless they
dead.
buried that.
That is
They
dead.
buried
They buried
That
it.
is
Didn't,
dead.
didn't the last one
Damn
get
it.
pretty good reviews?
No,
No, that was
the
terrible.
last one flopped.
Oh, maybe it was the one before
that,
last.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
last
one
one is the
before
one that
was the
Freddie W
bugs.
did the promotional thing with the unicorn. The unicorn that shits out rainbows.
Oh yeah,
I don't think I saw
I
that.
remember that.
That was for the last Red
Okay.
Faction. But yeah, the one before that was alright. It was kind of like a GTA on Mars or whatever, where it was like
Yeah, I remember the destruction was
The big
thing
hammer.
people were
It
talking
was pretty
about.
sweet.
yeah.
All I
that one
remember
was
about that
alright.
is me and James running around with that hammer just hitting the entire...
Was that Gorilla? Red Faction Gorilla?
Yeah.
That was the one you guys made me get. I never played it.
The multiplayer.
Just ran around and
Maybe get it for
the hammer
multiplayer.
just smashing everything. Like, we were doing really good, too, because those hammers were so awesome. It was
Hitting
funny.
everybody with a hammer.
Yep.
Yeah, that last one was not good at all. There was
It
another. I don't even remember what the other game was that they had. THQ had under their belt, but
Saints and
Metro.
Metro.
it's more so the dev companies, I guess. If they
Yeah.
were to be absorbed into that.
Yeah, as long as that can be... Yeah,
Darksiders is under them too.
which was a semi... really successful thing.
Yeah, I don't know how successful that was.
It wasn't fantastic, but it was one of their more successful ones.
Second one just went on and kind of dragged. Went on a little bit too long. It's like, okay, you got to find 3 things to get this, and then 3 things for this. Now this guy wants you to find 3 things before he gives you 3 things. You go to the last guy and get another 3 things to get these 3 things. It was like they had an obsession with 3.
I'd actually like if EA were to get at least some of the THQ assets. I'd at least want them to get maybe Saints.
They probably gunned for WWE.
Yeah, maybe for that. Yeah, they probably would. But if EA were to get Saints, and then EA could put Saints under Visceral, that would probably be working out pretty good, I think.
Visceral Games makes
Dead Space.
Oh, okay, yeah, I knew that.
They make something
I
else
just
too,
had to
don't
think
they?
about that for a second.
They make something else too, don't they? Who
I
did Darkness?
wouldn't know.
Was that Visceral? Who was that?
Darkness?
No, well, it might have been the second one. The first one was Starbreeze.
They do something else that I can't remember though.
It might be that. You might be right. Visceral. See,
He's gonna look it up. Here it goes.
Keep talking.
That's why I got the
A
iPad.
bunch of random images and sit there for the next 10 minutes.
Keep talking while I'm doing.
I'm
this.
glad he got that. So now he can.
Well, we're kind of waiting to go to the next.
I'm just trying to think of like what developers the publishers already have at their disposal, and like which teams would be able to work on those games.
They did James Bond, Agent Under Fire, Everything or Nothing, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Hey, that was a good game. A lot of James Bond games, Simpsons game, Godfather game, Godfather 2, Dante's Inferno, Dead Space, blah blah blah. Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel was the newest one.
That's the new one that's yet to come out.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I don't know. They don't really. It doesn't seem like they have many open world games on there, but
yeah.
I don't know. They seem to
Godfather, the Godfather games.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I actually like the Godfather. The fighting system in that was really good.
Yeah.
So if they were to pull something like that off, I don't know. I think they would probably do pretty good with that. So EA wouldn't be all too bad as long as they like they put it
but
under
you think
Visceral.
they're gonna know what to do with that? They're gonna pawn it off on some other company.
Who the fuck would they? No, I mean, like, who else would they put a game like that under?
They'd sell it to Activision.
EA
They'd take
would
it and
get
sell it.
Saints and sell it to Activision.
Yes.
Fucking brilliant this man is.
My God.
How would that work?
The business practice. So EA would pretty much lose money for no reason. They would buy it just to sell it.
It's a good faith.
Yeah.
It's in good faith for Activision.
They buy low to sell high. Is that what you're saying too?
That's what I was saying.
So why wouldn't Activision?
Well, then why would I was about to say why wouldn't Activision go above EA's bid?
I don't know.
They weren't.
You're a fucking idiot.
James is losing it.
It was like a silent auction, and then EA EA signed it with like a minute to go, and Activision was off getting drunk, and then they announced it, and Activision was like, "Fuck, I lost it." And EA's like, "Here, sell it to you for less money."
There you go. Next thing you know, I mean, they'll be making a fucking Call of Duty right alongside Battlefield because EA and Activision, they go hand in hand right there.
EA's just gonna sell them Battlefield.
Medal of Honor.
They did that with Medal of Honor.
What?
Where they took the DICE, everyone from DICE and brought them over.
Medal of Honor was still EA.
Yeah, I know.
So what are you talking
No,
about?
that's what I'm saying. You're saying they're going to make Battlefield and Call of Duty side by side.
He's being sarcastic.
So you're saying that they already did that with Medal of Honor?
Yes.
But that's still EA. I'm talking about them working together.
Why would they do that?
That's
Because
what
he's obviously buying him. They're buying him fucking Saints. So I mean, why would they work together?
It's an early birthday
Why
present.
not slap dicks while they're at it? If they're gonna buy him an IP, why not?
You never
Go
know with
for
these
it.
big producing companies.
Maybe they should do that. With
They should
fucking-
hire Jordan. And then sell him to Activision.
How would they do that?
EA would pick you up because of your.
They'd sell your contract.
Your beautiful your business practices. They'd be like, "We need this man." Wait a minute, we don't fucking need this guy. Give him the Activision. He's a fucking idiot. If anything, they'll be in the hole in a week. So we'll effectively take out our
Take out the
competition
company.
You spent
with this one man.
You spent $6 million on cat treats last week. How the hell did you manage that? I bought a lot of office cats. Where the hell did you get that money from? I got it from the Saints.
I saw you guys were using it in this budget, this advertising budget. So
yeah, for Saints that you just got from
He
EA.
would go ahead. He would assign the next Madden game to Visceral. He would go ahead and assign the next Saints to the fucking Madden devs. He'd mix everything
The
up.
Saints guys just be playing football and
We're learning the sport. We don't know how it works.
Dev teams mixed up all over the place. You're gonna be like, wait a minute, I really wanted to meet Cliffy B. Let's get him in here.
Let's
we
hire
need to
him.
have Cliffy B in here. He's no longer with Epic, so we can get him on EA. Why not? There you go. And then while you're at it, bring in Peter Molyneux too, because he's a fucking.
He's got
genius.
ideas.
He's just.
He's got
amazing.
ideas.
He knows how to
Crazy
sell
guy.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He
Peter
kinda
Molyneux will overblow anything.
So he's amazing. There you go. You got
You got a dream team.
Yeah, you got the dream team of gaming developers right
Lego.
He's moving on.
Get on the Lego, James.
there. Oh, okay. Through the Lego stuff.
Lego Marvel what?
What do you
Well, I was saying last week that that they were taking the Lego games into a more like, I guess their own storyline type things.
Yeah.
But then shortly after they announced like a Lego Marvel universe, so there's gonna be a Lego Marvel universe, and I was just
So like an
I
MMO
don't-
or something?
no, it's probably just gonna be like based around like Lord of the Rings or whatever, just like those.
Oh,
Kinds
okay.
Of games.
Yeah.
Something like that. But they had announced that. I didn't look too much into it. I don't really play any of the Lego games, but I just
That's
seen
kind of
that.
exciting.
I don't know who would like voice like all the people that are in
Nolan
there.
North
No.
Yeah, no,
and Steve Blum.
No.
Yeah, they do everything.
Steve Blum would do Wolverine.
Yeah, he would do Wolverine.
I'm gonna take
There's
you down.
there's no way that Steve
Cyclops.
Blum wouldn't do Wolverine. He's always fucking Wolverine.
He just like anytime he hears there's a Wolverine project where they need a voice actor, he's just like,
Probably
I'll
as
do
an
it. I'll do
agent.
it for pretty
He's
cheap.
more than likely the go-to guy. He's been fucking doing Wolverine for I don't know how long, since like GameCube, PS2 games. He's been doing Wolverine.
Got a lot of practice.
It's only like recently that it's kind of sparked up in more like animes and shit like that. I guess like cartoons where they've been using him and stuff like that.
He's getting desperate.
What? He's getting
He's
desperate.
getting desperate. That's what
are
I'm
you-
asking.
Why?
To be in animes and other cartoons.
You
I
wouldn't
think,
take a.
I think it's just more opportunities to play that same character.
It's turning into. What do you mean?
He's talking about playing Wolverine in
He's
anime.
playing Wolverine.
Oh, okay. I
Like
didn't
they
know
do kind of
Yeah,
anime-ish
it's
animation.
Wolverine. It's always Wolverine.
I thought you were saying.
He didn't know
other
you were talking about the
characters.
same character.
What were you gonna say? No, I want to hear what you were gonna say. Who's he trying to be like?
Getting
Is he
desperate.
I was
you were
saying, is he being like Nolan North doing everything?
Nolan North? Are you fucking kidding?
Nolan.
Are you trying
North.
to say that Nolan North's like
He's
his
desperate.
work ethic is not up to par because he does so many projects?
He's desperate.
No, I'm
that's
saying
why.
He's stellar
He
on
is doing
every single
everything.
project.
Nolan North, if you're listening, Jordan's views do not represent our own.
Yeah.
We love you.
Anyone who
Nolan
puts too much
North.
time into their work is desperate. That's
Seemingly,
the
you take
moral.
on too many projects, you're desperate. Dude, what the fuck is wrong
I
with you,
said
Nolan
he was
North?
going for North. I mean, he was going away from Wolverine, the Steve Blum thing.
What are you talking about?
I don't even
But
know.
he wasn't though. That was the thing.
I didn't know that though. So
Hey, James. James actually got to see and actually mildly interact with
I was just
not Nolan North.
I was
Steve
just
Blum.
gonna say we should get that up as a lost clip. That
He never posted.
I don't
it
know
anymore.
where that clip got to.
It's probably on one of the
It's floating around.
computers.
Probably Jordan's most likely.
Yeah, I
Just
don't know.
float.
what
I deleted a
happened
bunch
to that.
of event stuff.
Good job.
But I should.
Okay, well then maybe it's lost forever. It was a cool moment though. James had gone back to film Steve Blum and something happened, which I won't
He
say
looked-
because maybe we'll find it eventually. But it was cool. He came back and he was like, "Oh, Steve Blum did this," and showed me the footage. And it was funny. He actually did a voice and everything, but he had to do it twice because James had the mic face towards him, so he was
him, yeah.
commentating on
Yeah,
Steve
yeah,
Blum.
yeah, yeah.
Wait a second. Let me turn it around.
And he turned around and he said it again. It was funny, but
He did it. It was good. It was a good sport. He was a good sport about it. You know, but he's getting
just like,
desperate.
hey, are you Nova?
He's getting desperate.
He was trying to do a project for you. He was trying to get in with
him
you.
and doing
He was
that.
pretty desperate. He was like, "Hey, do you have voice work for me?"
You got some money, kid? I need some money.
He right away he was telling me, he was like, "Hey, you get the chance to promote Adult Swim or whatever because we're super desperate for viewers and shit because by all means no one wants Adult Swim back." That fucking.
Are you talking about Toonami?
Oh yeah, Toonami.
You're
yeah.
saying Adult Swim? I'm
Adult
like,
Swim, yeah.
Like, what happened to Adult
Wrong
Swim?
one.
Toonami.
Oh,
He's
God.
he's the robot dude on Toonami. Which I actually never knew that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
But then again, like when I started finding out about Steve Blum, like Toonami wasn't on anymore.
Yeah.
It was over.
The ship
your
had sailed.
Steve Blum love fully took on, and then he became desperate.
I wonder if there will eventually be a third person. There has to be a third person eventually.
For who?
There's Steve Blum. There's Nolan North. There's gotta
Oh.
be a third
It's
person.
it's the Saints guy, the Cockney accent.
Oi, what are you doing?
Oh,
He's
Ginger
in,
Powder?
he has like a bunch of stuff. Remember we had looked that up, and he was in like a ton of random things.
Yeah, I think you did mention he was.
He's
kinda
like
Nolan North-ish.
the English version of Nolan North.
Has to be like a prominent female voice actor. Unless they just choose random ones, I'd figure there'd be a prominent one floating around somewhere.
Tara Strong.
Tara Strong is pretty. She's pretty up there. She did Timmy Turner in Fairly Odd Parents, but she also replaced what was the original voice actress's name? I can't remember.
Harley Quinn.
For Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And then apparently they told her she didn't have to do an impression or anything, just kind of do her own thing. And she did her own thing. It sounds like an impression of the old voice actress. So
All right.
it sounds exactly the same. A lot of people didn't know. A lot of people couldn't
searching for a lady equivalent to Nolan North.
tell. Yeah, I'm sure there's somebody we're not thinking of.
The only voice actress I know that's done a few
I just think of
different
people
roles
from
is
The
Jennifer
Simpsons.
Hale.
Isn't she in Mass Effect?
She's Mass Effect,
Yeah.
and she did some other BioWare stuff, but I don't think that's nearly. I don't know what else.
What a
she does.
tremendous record she must have.
I have no idea.
Just
That's-
a couple things from
Mass
BioWare.
Effect, a couple things of
She's
BioWare.
pretty desperate though. Okay,
Chobot.
Chobot.
Yeah.
She's doing like movies and shit now. actually, or
It's
some
movies.
shit. No, that's not Chobot. That's the other fucking chick.
Olivia Munn.
Yeah, Munn. I mixed them up. Whatever.
Chobot and Munn, they're completely different people.
Yeah, well, they look the same.
I think Munn's a bit more high profile.
Yeah, Munn is now. Actually,
Munn's getting pretty desperate.
Who was the other
Maybe. Huh?
one? Who was the other one?
Morgan Webb's jaw.
Morgan Webb?
No, I just forgot the other one.
Chobot?
Chobot.
Oh, I thought you were trying to make me
No,
like
I just forgot
somebody
it,
else.
literally. Where the fuck is Chobot from IGN?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, fuck her.
All right, this is new headline. Uber Hacker Nova calls out Jesse Chobot on unknown podcast.
Unknown podcast. Well, that sucks.
We're looking for the source of this. Anyone with leaves.
Oh man.
There's so many like familiar names though that I would always I would see a bad review of a game and it would always be like the same names attached to it.
Yeah.
And it's just like I don't know if Chobot was one of them, but I just remember watching those.
overly critical.
It was those
Man.
IG Daily or some shit like that daily thing that they would do, and it was
Yeah.
just kind of stupid to me.
We're just gonna get hit by slander things, just they call out Steve Blum, say he's desperate. Chobot. She's fucking nobody. God.
We are just no.
Rumor is that EA's picking up Saints to give to Activision.
Man, this is the number
That'll be
one
a nice-
source for fake
For
news.
real gaming news. Screw those other
Just make
podcasts with all that accurate stuff.
Guys, screw all those other podcasts. That's quoted by Jordan Mathewson.
You gotta get this
man.
one.
Everybody's getting hit in this one. No one is safe. Who
So,
else can we say fuck you to?
Steambox and Gay Ben. Let's talk about Gay Ben.
Okay, man.
Fuck you, Gabe.
Gabe, you listen here, buddy? You suck, Gabe. So they had with the whole CES thing at Vegas.
Yeah.
Is that where it's going on? They had
Yeah.
they had talked to Gabe about the whole Steambox thing, and I don't know a whole lot about it. I just know that's
Gabe
kind of-
actually talked there.
he typed. I don't know if he
He typed.
he had talked to someone that had later typed it out. So I don't know if it's
They wrote an article. At one point, there was some mouse clicking, typing, uploading of the article to the website.
It was just
maybe some copy pasting.
instant messaging each other like in an interview.
Just
Like,
brain waves. And the guys like, oh, okay.
So what you guys got going on with this Steam box? Waiting for response.
No, it's on
Gabe
Skype.
is
The
typing,
hand
yeah,
typing.
yeah.
Like, oh my god. Coots is full
What?
of gold tonight.
what else.
All right.
This just in.
So-
Gabe Newell fucking
Jordan hit us with all this information you know about the Steam box.
I don't know any information.
No
about the
one does.
Steambox.
We didn't read the
You
article.
started going into it. You're just saying he was interviewed. What was, in this
He was
interview?
typing something.
I didn't read it. I just know there's an interview.
There was typing at one point during the interview. That's what he knows. Okay, so Steambox, it's ready to launch. Wasn't that the big
That's
thing?
what James had said.
Yeah, I wish I knew more about it. 'Cause I want to buy it.
That was just
James
like,
said it was ready to launch.
Should I be iPadding right now?
Yeah.
You should, actually.
No, it was just kind of like a headline or whatever, where they were talking specific specs of it. They were saying, what's going to be in it, processor-wise, shit like that. Because basically, it's supposed to act like like a computer. Like it's supposed to be like an affordable computer, so that way people don't have to fucking build their own crazy high-end PCs. They can get the Steam box. They can have Steam on it. They have access to all their fucking
Download
games.
all the games.
Yeah, you get all that shit pretty much on Steam, and that's like something like that. When that comes out, like that's gonna be if it's something that's affordable at least. I mean, that's something that could really like match up with consoles. Like, I would say depending on how they do with that, how well supported it is. Which I mean, Valve doesn't really shortchange too much, do they?
No, I have pretty high hopes for it. I mean, are they like thinking about like controller wise, more going towards that with a console?
I don't know about. Like,
I don't know why they would make you have like a mouse and a keyboard for that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It kind of seems odd.
Well, because some games on Steam don't support gamepads.
They might only do like controller.
So they might have the access.
Well, yeah, they probably have like a third-party accessory or something like that, or their own that would be like a keyboard and a mouse.
Yeah.
That'd just be kind of weird though, because then you'd have to kind of
it seems kind of weird. In that
controller's good because you just hold in your hand and go. You'd need like a.
That's one of the things about consoles is that they're cheap. Like James was saying, they're cheap. They're cheap that can run something. You know, they can run games, and they're easy enough to handle because they don't have like a mouse and a keyboard. It's mostly just the controller.
The good thing about that, depending on how they go about it, is that it could push digital distribution forward by quite a bit, and have games like available at midnight that second instead of just like select titles. Because on Steam it's like random. Sometimes they'll come out at 10 p.m. on Monday. Other times it'll be like noon the next day.
I don't think that's like. Sometimes it's not in Steam hands. It's
probably the dev.
It's the publishers and shit like that. Like they like remember fucking Dead Island. Remember that? How they fucking put the dev version out. Like
they had. Well, that for Dead Island was probably. I like the fact that they let you preload it and then it unlocks. Dead Island, I think, unlocked at like 9 o'clock that day.
Yeah, some of them unlock early, but some of them are just like the next day.
I don't know if it does depend on the dev. I mean, not the devs. Maybe it is the dev. I don't know. It might have been a Deep Silver thing there, where they fucking put out the dev copy instead of the actual.
I don't know how you do that. You prepare for months and months to release a game, and then you release the.
They obviously hit the wrong button.
Yeah, they put the wrong file in there to upload.
That's like you hit Y to open the dev console or something like that, or the command console.
It was really wacky.
Yeah, that was really
Didn't someone glitch through the ground and it screwed everything up at one point too, or it was?
I know someone glitched through the ground. I don't know if it screwed.
I think it was Spoon. Though. Spoon might have fallen through the ground and died.
There was plenty of glitches in there.
Crazy off the bat.
It was getting patched as we pretty much went along.
Oh yeah.
But that's the thing too, like easy patches and stuff like that. PC gets patches that sometimes never come out on the console because you have to have this approval process to Microsoft.
That's a good point because with dealing with PlayStation Network and Microsoft with the Xbox Live Arcade, or not the arcade, but the store and stuff, is a vicious approval process, and even stuff like TF2, like they won't let you like. Valve wants to update TF2 for the Xbox, or they wanted to, but they can't update stuff for free on there.
Yeah, you have to charge something.
I remember them talking about that.
They want to, because they'd have to release DLC and stuff like that, and they get charged all this stuff. So that's why the PC.
And a game like that, TF2 has so much fucking content. From when I first installed that shit, like from it being like 8 gigs, it's now it's 17.
20.
Every day it has a little update,
and it's one of the more popular games. Released in 2000 and something. And it's still
strong.
One of the
but it's because of the updates and stuff
because
like
all the
that.
updates that they have on PC.
So that's something that wouldn't really be possible on consoles and stuff like that, because you'd have to have all that approved. That wouldn't even be a bother with a Steam box or whatever. If those updates and shit, if that works just like a computer where everything gets updated and shit, you don't have to worry about that. That's just another plus to that. If someone has that and you get access to the same fucking games that you get on the Xbox that you don't have to leave to get.
You have to leave. They are supported by Valve. Like Valve is pretty much the leader.
And the only downside is it would require an internet connection, which not everyone has. Some people might still want a physical, copy of the game because they don't have internet.
Do they have a CD drive on it at all? Or?
I don't know.
What, the Steam box?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What have you been reading
apparently it's gonna be it's gonna run on a version of Linux, and it's gonna be really moddable and stuff like that. Gabe was saying
Sounds
you
about
could
right.
install Windows on it if you wanted to. He said he's like we're not gonna make it that hard.
Apparently, got one of the inventor.
Apparently, he's a big naysayer of Windows 8. Like I was reading in something that were like his now famous words about Windows 8, his discontent. But
who likes Windows 8?
I don't know.
But yeah, he was saying it's not some locked box by any stretch of the imagination. So
they've always been.
Yeah.
That's not surprising.
They know
They've
people are
always
gonna
been
crack it
great
anyway.
about that.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, it's like why
PS3.
stop people? Why
They're
not
very
give
internet
them the
savvy.
tools?
They're very internet.
Like that's
savvy.
half their development teams are all modders, like former modders that they just hired on.
They probably saw that PS3 fiasco where the guy got their code thing, and then
Oh god.
they wanted to press charges on him, and then they got their network taken down for a month. So it's like
That was a disaster.
That was supposedly. Well, how did that go? That was like the guy broke in to the network or something like that, or maybe that was.
he got their I can't remember what code it was for, but it was like to crack the system.
Yeah.
And then he tweeted
Was
it
that
at
the one that
guy.
went to Butler?
Yeah, he
Kevin
Yeah,
Butler,
and then he retweeted it.
and
He's
said
like,
you
"You
sunk my battleship."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, that's the actual code to break the system," and they wanted to press charges on him. And then I guess someone hacked their
and then PlayStation
infrastructure.
got destroyed.
And that was the end of them for about
And
a
now
month.
he's in whatever that Spice commercial is I saw around Thanksgiving time.
Old Spice.
No, it was
What other Spice is there?
McCormick.
Oh,
That's what it is.
I don't know.
Kevin Butler?
I saw him in there. I was like, hey, that's Kevin Butler.
He was in a bunch of commercials. He used to be in the Geico commercials back in the day. He was in a couple of those. But the quote at the end from Newell was like, "The internet is super smart. If you do something that's cool, that's actually worth people's time, then they'll adopt it. If you do something that's not cool and sucks, you can spend as many marketing dollars as you want. They just won't care."
There you go.
It just ended with "they just won't." I guess they won't adopt it is what he meant to. But yeah, interesting.
His brainwave got cut off midway.
Yeah.
Anything about ready to launch, or is it still?
I didn't see anything
Added
on
James
that.
is ready to launch. That's also on
They
Valve time.
had a prototype version at CES for people to play or hands on whatever.
Maybe that's what it was. It was just
Oh.
ready to go for them there.
That's gonna throw another wrench in the gears because for the longest it's just been 3 systems for a while now.
Prices, depending on what did they mention out selling price at all or no? I doubt it.
Not that
That's
I saw.
probably gonna be the main thing.
Yeah, that's gonna be the main
It's
thing.
like-
If it's like
You can't do it
How
PlayStation did.
intense is this like mini computer gonna be, and how much
they
are they
can't,
gonna, like, sell
if
it for?
they probably won't be able to go over $400 and compete.
That was like PlayStation. They kind of tanked in the beginning because it
Yeah,
was like
'cause they
$600
so
bucks.
high.
Like people aren't gonna spend that much money, or at least most people probably won't.
Yeah.
If you
That
really want it,
That was
you
a
will,
birthday
but-
present for myself. I paid $500 for the Move. I never used the Move either. It was like $500.
Oh, the move system with
That was before I was doing YouTube and everything as like a job. So that was
Yeah, my first Xbox was like $475 because I got the Elite version back then, and that was a shit ton of money. I had to save up like 3 months, 4 months of money.
I remember I just saved up a lot for my Xbox.
I was dead broke after that.
the first thing I bought. Second I got a job. That was right when Halo 3 was going into beta, multiplayer beta, and so
I got my
wanted...
Xbox right when Halo 3 came out.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So I got mine before you. Nice. I got Crackdown and I cherished that game. Loved it. I was like one of the few people who actually kept the game and didn't throw it out the second the multiplayer.
Yeah, the
beta was done.
multiplayer.
I played that all the time.
Yeah,
Love
everyone
that
just
game.
had it for the beta.
Yeah, I actually did that too. Yeah, that was one of the games with the fucking beta that a lot of people bought it just for the beta.
Yeah. Well, I bought it just for the beta and ended up loving it.
I don't even remember what I got. I got fucking at launch. I bought Perfect Dark.
Oh God,
that
that
game
was
was terrible.
It was, but I mean, when you're looking into it, and you just think it's a Perfect Dark game,
Yeah,
you think it's
Perfect
gonna be
Dark's
good, and I'm thinking, all right, it's gonna be good. So I had Perfect Dark, and then I remember my cousin was with me at launch, and I told him, I was just like, pick one out for me, and he picked out Condemned. It was Condemned that I more so played than anything, because Perfect Dark was fucking garbage. It was just mostly me and my
Perfect
friend
Dark
playing
0.
against bots. And it was just us dicking around in jetpacks and doing stupid shit like that. Other than that, the game fucking blew. It was so, like, wonky. The AI was so bad. It's just all around bad. There's nothing really redeeming about that.
You mean you didn't get King Kong?
What?
Or Call of Duty 2 or whatever the
No,
hell
Call of
it came
Duty
out
2.
I think it was either 2 or 3. I'm pretty
I
sure it
think
was
it's
2.
I played Call of
It was
Duty
2,
at,
I
like, the
remember
fucking
that.
Walmart
It was-
thing. I didn't...
Yeah.
2 was the demo on the Xbox that I got.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was
No,
it 3 or 2.
I'm pretty sure it was 2 that came
I
out with
think
the
it was.
Xbox. I remember seeing the trailer for that and thinking it looked amazing.
What about Cameo or whatever? Remember that Cameo? Do you know that?
Mm-mm.
No?
I didn't get it when it came out. I just
Oh,
remember
okay.
looking
I was
at
just talking launch.
That was
games.
all the shit that I would look at and be like, I wish I had that so much, but I couldn't.
Or Gun.
I remember
Western.
Gun. I never played that, but I remember that.
I think I
seen
beat it,
that.
but I don't remember a damn thing about it. That's how memorable it was for me.
It had that yellow-looking case
Yeah,
with
the
a skull
yellow
on
case,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw that a lot.
indeed.
Good stuff.
I wonder Mass Effect was one of my first games I got for Xbox.
That was one of the
sad.
first games I got too.
That was amazing.
That was amazing.
I was on that game forever.
That game
Hours.
sucked.
Hours I played that game.
Hours. It's kind of like me going back and playing the first Splinter Cell.
Did you ever finish
Because
that?
you were talking about how it's hard going back and playing the first Mass Effect because of the kind of
I still
I didn't
really
play-
enjoy
I never-
the story.
I never
but-
played
Oh
it,
yeah, I
like-
enjoy the story for Splinter Cell too.
I didn't play Mass Effect when it first came out. Like I played it kind of way down the line.
It would have been like
so it was just
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard going back to those older games and playing them because they're like so like me.
They've been improved upon by quite a bit in the later ones. Go back.
From
to
what
like
I
that.
heard,
Yeah.
from what I heard about Mass Effect 1, they had gotten the Unreal Engine really late in the development
Yeah, you had
process,
told me this, yeah.
and that they didn't really fully understand it, and so they kind of threw a lot of stuff together.
A lot of the mechanics in that are kind of gitchy, especially
What's
during
that?
conversations.
What's that
That's
do?
the next topic.
oh okay.
I remember you talking about that. Like, you know, it's something that annoys me is watching during the conversations. Well, they'll end a sentence and then go and like snap to a different position and stuff like that.
They were by far, they weren't even close to knowing that the whole matinee and the whole engine for that matter.
Yeah.
But it
They
shows
tried.
how much they spent time on for like 2. Like the jump from 1 to 2 was pretty substantial.
Yeah. I don't know if I talked about it at all, but when I had went back for PAX Prime, when I went to PAX Prime and talked to the Splinter Cell guys, I was talking to Max Bellond, the creative director guy, and I was talking about how I just started playing Splinter Cell, the first Splinter Cell again, and he was like, "Oh, like good luck," kind of thing. It's funny when they like kind of recognize how impossibly hard those games are. Like nowadays, to today's standards, like I'm sure plenty of people can play it and be great at it, but I just can't play it like I used to. I suck at it now.
I actually beat that game years and years ago, like when it first came out. Probably, it took me a lot of trial and error though.
Yeah.
because I've always been bad at stealth, but I really wanted to beat it.
That game is even harder though because it's like so jankety. But I don't know
that janketiness.
that Django.
The
Django.
fuck
Did you
is
ever-
going on here?
Did you ever go back
He's
to
writing something. Huh?
Splinter Cell? Did you ever go back to
I
it?
started playing it. I got like 8 parts in or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, you make sure.
What was I saying? Yeah, I got like 8 parts in, and I was failing so bad. But people, for some reason, wanted me to keep playing. I just haven't gotten back to it.
People think it's really funny when you just like fail over and over to a degree.
It's so frustrating to me.
yeah,
though.
it's frustrating, and then people will be like, "Why are you even playing this if you're so bad?" But other people just find it
I wanted to
hilarious.
go back to it, but
It gets
People are
funny up
fucking
until
weird,
the point
like-
where you start getting
People
really
get angry.
mad at it.
No,
Oh, yeah, James is-
I find it
Here's
funny
James's
too.
thing.
I don't understand with like it's weird because people are like, you start off a game,
Yeah.
and I'm taking Shivs as an example here, just one game like that, but it's happened
more than
multiple
anything.
times where I'll start the game off. Obviously, I'm not that great at it. I'm trying to learn the controls.
We were
and stuff
really
like
bad
that.
at Shivs.
People are like, "Oh, you go through the tutorial." No, I'm not fucking going through the goddamn tutorial. I'm never gonna go through the tutorial. Do you hear me? I'm never gonna go through the tutorial.
his
Understand?
nose is like scrunching up against the mic.
It will be.
Oh, serious he is.
Unless the tutorials are a part of the fucking like actual game. If it's skippable, I'm skipping it. If it's fucking not, if it's not like an essential thing, I'm skipping it. I don't need it. I will learn as I go. I like learning as I go because it I don't know, it's more rewarding. Are you taking a picture of me? Like this?
Put your nose against it.
There you go.
Thank you, iPad. Look how stupid you look doing that.
Hey.
You're wearing the Splinter Cell thing still.
I told you self-plug for Splinter Cell.
There you go. It's not even a visual podcast or anything, but you have your Splinter Cell thing on.
It's the spirit.
But what was I saying? Yeah, the tutorials and shit like that. So yeah, I usually skip right through them, but usually it doesn't. It doesn't take too long to like learn for the most part game mechanics. The thing is, like with me, I don't know. It's probably with like for most people, like most people that do YouTube and stuff like that, we switch from game to game. So you gotta get used to like each game like pretty much all over again. Like when we play Shivs, we'll do a session and it might be like 2 hours long. We might not get back to the game for like another 2-3 weeks. So we gotta kind of like warm up and get back into it again. Especially when they change controls and stuff like that through patches and shit. But
like
it'd
the
be like-
screaming.
yeah, like the screaming. I miss the screaming, man. But like people in the comments would be like, man, you really suck at this, blah blah blah. Then I'd have a match where remember the one match I fucking dominated. I fucking had like, I don't know how many kills, hardly any deaths. People were like, man, Nova's getting really good at this game. Like, holy shit, I can't believe it. He's really getting good. And it was like that for a good couple episodes. It's like, don't fuck with him. But then all of a sudden we do a new session and I'm sucking again at the beginning, or I try a different weapon and I'm doing worse with this other weapon. And like all of a sudden it's like, man, he's fucking terrible at this game. He needs to go fucking do the tutorial. Like, what a loser. What a pathetic slob. What a fucking
I did good in one match, and there were some people that were in there. Is that the real Kutra? And they're like, no, Kutra could never go 25-3 or something like that. I was doing amazing, and these guys were like,
you should see what they were saying beforehand, though, because people were saying like, is that Kutra? And they're like, what's a Kutra? And someone's like, I think it's a shampoo.
I think it's a shampoo.
They're like, yeah, that's it. It's a shampoo. I have that.
Kutra, raspberry flavored
shampoo.
That was very scented.
Funny.
But yeah, I mean,
chocolate.
like, it's always like player performance always goes up and down. Like that's how it is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to a goddamn tutorial.
You're perfect all the time.
Fucking A.
You just got to be on the ball.
Not doing that.
Constantly.
I'm terrible all the time at games.
Like, even if it is terrible, some people's fucking channel is like built off of suckiness. Like, that's just how it is. There you go. Like, some people are just built up like on just being shit. Some people don't even care to actually get better. They're just shit, and that's how it is.
Play for fun.
You just get shit. Still people that don't know how to fucking make a workbench in Minecraft, for God's sakes. Leave them alone. They don't know. Leave them alone.
It's like slabs.
Let them have fun.
Slabs and pickaxes.
Oh, you should have seen it. When we're doing our Asgard thing, like I've been away from Minecraft for a while, so I'm like.
I told him.
He was telling me about all the updates. Like
your stupid ass fishing system. Is it new?
I could understand. It turns out that they changed it so that you have to have at least like 3 to 5 blocks of water. I didn't know that. I was fishing in like a
one square area.
Like these tiny little ponds, and I'm throwing it in this tiny pond.
I thought that would just be logical anyway. I never fish in like a fucking little ass like 1 square block
whenever
of water.
I'd play,
might get some minnows out of this.
You'd always get fish, and then now they changed it so you have to be in a lot of water, and it was stupid.
How dare they make it realistic?
Did you look this up afterwards?
People were commenting on my video, and I was like, really?
It was really bugging them.
Why can't I get it? It's gotta be a new fishing system, goddammit. I know it is new. It's new.
Weren't you talking about like how you needed string or something like that, and he had made like a couple fishing rods?
I made a few fishing rods. Wasted a ton of string.
The thing was, we couldn't get wool or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
We couldn't get wool for beds.
Yeah,
for the longest time, we didn't have beds. This fucking guy, he gets like 8 pieces of string or something like that, and all of a sudden, he's like, I got like fucking 4 fishing rods. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do with 4 fishing rods?
And then he was like, why? Do you need one of those? It's like, yeah, the string, you can make wool out of it. And I was like, oh, whoops.
And then we were about to leave. We were leaving. We were leaving the area. Like, we were leaving the area. We were packing up our shit to leave.
Left his fishing rods.
He left the fucking fishing rods there.
Oh my god.
I'm like, you mean to tell me you're going to use this shit and not take the fishing rods?
I was pretty proud of that.
What the fuck? What an asshole. We eventually found a cave, though, and got
the
some
combination of
stupidity.
He kept dying. The combination of stupidity, all the mods, and like how much they've changed Minecraft since I've last played. I have no idea what's going on for the most part.
That's sad.
It turns into chaos, and it's...
You need to go back to alpha, pretty much. The basic Minecraft. But even then, I mean, as dumb as he is with this, there's no tutorial for him to go and do. I mean,
don't have a tutorial.
He can't really do anything about it. He can just sit there and
learn as he goes.
Fishing rods.
Yeah, learn as he
I
goes
learned from the comments. I'll just wait till I post the
hopefully
videos and look
better.
at how much I get just crucified and what I'm doing wrong.
Of course, yeah. That's how
Which
it
is
is.
usually every episode.
Yeah. You're doing something wrong.
Project Shield.
Does anybody know anything about this?
Nope, it's an NVIDIA
It's a new
handheld
handheld,
device.
yeah, that was just like announced randomly out of the blue.
These random
There you
consoles
go,
and
Coots.
stuff.
You can You can do the reading here
It
while we
is,
talk.
It's getting announced.
It looks kind of like it's kind of like almost like a clam kind of thing where you can just like it's closed and then you open it or like.
I know that it has Steam Big Picture on it.
It has. It's an Android.
Ooh.
Android.
Oh yeah, I remember
game
them
system.
talking about
I like
that.
Android.
It runs on the Android like operating system or whatever.
On the NVIDIA Tegra, which is the same thing I've got in my tablet, which runs on Android. So I'm sure it's something similar.
All these random consoles and stuff getting released. Sega's gonna be like, we should
A lot of
try a
these are
system
probably
again.
gonna
Dreamcast
flop.
2.
Yeah,
A lot of
Dreamcast
these are
harder.
probably gonna flop.
Fucking what's his name?
Stupid low
Sega's
battery.
not going anywhere to make another
The
Dreamcast.
Nathan Barnett or what's his name? Keith Apicary would go nuts if they had a Sega or Dreamcast 2.
I wish they
5-inch,
would,
720p
that was their
display.
own. The Dreamcast was
720p.
pretty much Sega's own downfall for the most part.
Oh,
It was sad.
PC game streaming, which local streaming, you'd let's see,
I think the thing was you need a
Alright.
Wi-Fi connection for that or something
local
like that.
network.
That's like
So,
the
yeah,
freaking
it'd have to
Wii
be
U.
some-
I had to get
Yeah,
an
it'd be
adapter
kind of like
for
the
that.
Wii U.
That was
thing.
terrible. I was like, how console with no Ethernet port? It was kind of annoying.
That's just purely Wi-Fi.
Wii 1 is
weird.
like that, ain't it?
Yeah.
Wii 1's like that, yeah.
Well, the Wii 1 wasn't even like HD. It was kind of like,
poopy.
yeah. And I was like, okay, well, the next system's HD. It's probably going to have an Ethernet port. Nope.
Still like
I don't
lightly
see any
snowing
other really
outside.
big topics or
Just a little flakes
bullets
coming
here.
in.
So
Probably
not
not a lot
too
of-
much is known about this.
Yep, it just got announced, but
We'll see that next year.
Yeah, I
so.
don't know why we
Pretty
put that
nifty, I
on
like
there.
it.
It seems neat.
Maybe we'll see it.
Look
at
it up.
An event.
Yeah.
We don't have much to say about it. Just look it up and see whatever information you can find on there. Why'd we put it on the list? Who knows?
So we could make it aware to people that.
Yeah, there you go. There's more information
The
possible.
fuck is that next thing on
the
the
Mass
list?
Effect.
Mass Effect trailer. So I had,
You could have segued into this earlier when we were talking about Mass Effect, but
but it was
continue.
out of order.
Yeah.
So there's a Mass Effect trailer. Many of you know that I did something called Reprisal a long time ago.
I don't remember that. Fill me in.
It's the thing that people yelled at him for the longest time to make a second episode for.
Yeah, wasn't there only one episode of that?
Yeah.
There was only one episode.
There's a few trailers though.
Was there?
There's more
There's
trailers.
a few trailers though.
There's more trailers than episodes.
That counts as two. But anyway, I saw actually Blader tweeted at me that someone had made I think it's called Archangel. It's a trailer for a feature length.
Will there ever be a Reprisal 2?
Blader is one of the people tweeting at you all the time about
Yeah,
Reprisal.
like that. Anyway, let me finish with
Will
this.
there ever be a Reprisal 2?
Trailer already
Yeah.
counts. Yeah, I want a cameo.
Reprisal 2.
Will there ever be a Reprisal
You were going to be
2?
the drunk Batarian.
I don't know what that is.
He's gonna be the pie jack that shits on everything.
Anyway,
It turns from like a serious fucking thing to like just a comedy.
I had talked about doing that. just
Romantic
kinda
comedy.
Destroying it, but I don't know. I think it'd probably be better if I didn't make it at all.
About the
rather than
legacy
destroying
that
it.
it's leaving behind.
Anyway, someone made, I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
What was going through your head when you were making
The
Reprisal?
top of my head, it's a Mass Effect trailer. It looks like it's done similarly to what I did in UDK.
Did you script that? Reprisal?
You better shut up. I'm trying to
just trying
finish
to
this.
find out.
I'm trying to plug this. It's Mass Effect. It's Mass Effect. I think it's called Archangel.
Oh.
Go, keep talking.
It's called Archangel, and it's actually really well done. It looks like there's plenty of custom animations in it, and it's kind of following the story of Garrus, or I guess a fan-made, section of the story with Garrus in it. It's actually really well done. There's a few blips in here and there, but go ahead and search it up. I think try searching it on YouTube.
What's it called?
Mass Effect. Just search Mass Effect Archangel trailer. See if that brings
Is
it up.
this for a series that they're making?
No, I said a full feature-length fan film.
Oh, was it like seriously like?
Do you think they
full
would
length?
replace their Garrus with me?
No.
I could do Garrus.
Pie jack.
No.
You want to hear Garrus?
Let's hear your Garrus.
Hey, I'm Garrus.
Hello, I'm Garrus.
Mass Effect? What? Archangel?
Archangel, yeah.
Hey, I'm Garrus. What's up, guys? What's going on over here?
Garrus.
What's that other dude? That fucking DLC character I was telling you about?
Zaid.
Zaid. I can do Zaid too, man.
That top thing?
Zaid.
Hey, I'm Zaid.
Hey, I'm Zaid.
Zaid.
Oh, hi, I'm Zaid.
Down here.
Hey, I got a flamethrower. I'm Zaid.
I see me.
Can I
Wanna see
do
me?
Rax or Rax?
Rex?
Rex. I'll be
Who the hell
Rex.
is Rex?
Okay, I'm gonna do Rex now.
Let's do
Is that like a
Rex.
shepherd, well-endowed female?
I could do Rex. Hi, I'm Rex.
I'm Rax McGee.
God. He's searching for it. Apparently, it's not that easy to find
You
when you
didn't put
search.
trailer in there.
Oh my goodness.
It might help because I knew.
Yeah,
Type in trailer then.
You gotta hit all these keywords.
How do
I
you
could do Seth
stupid
Green's
iPad?
character too. Hey,
Here,
I'm
give me-
Seth
give me
Green's
a-
character.
Sam
Me, I
Seth
can't
Green.
walk.
Oh, my legs are
He
really.
can walk, just very slowly.
I have brittle
Yeah,
bone
doesn't he use
disease.
like his kinetic shit or something to make him walk, or no? Does he have powers?
Didn't you walk in the second
He
or third
walks,
one?
it's just he doesn't walk very well.
Is it that Archangel?
There it is, yeah, that teaser trailer. So
Okay,
it's
so-
by,
yeah.
I don't even know how to
Okay.
say that.
All right, so it's by YouTube user. It's
Archangel.
spelled ACAVYOS.
So type in Mass Effect Archangel trailer, and it'll be there. It has
Yeah.
a picture of a
Wow.
bunch of blue sun outfits on the front with the...
Yeah, and it's
And everyone comment, "Hey, I'm Garrus.
Hey, I'm
Hey,
Garrus. No comments yet, but that won't be for later.
Hey, I'm Garrus."
Interesting. My
Hey, I'm
first
Zaid.
feature-length fan film. When is this? The release will be in 2013. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
This was posted like today.
It was, I think it was yesterday.
What's today? The 12th now?
Yeah, it's the 12th.
All right. Well, then this was posted yesterday.
yeah, it
right?
was yesterday.
This is a lot of views for yesterday. Alrighty.
It's pretty decent. There's a few, yeah, like I said, there's a few little blips here and there, but otherwise
You can
it's
download the
pretty-
trailer.
Yeah, he has it in 60 frames.
Yeah.
too.
Whoa.
That's amazing.
Okay, so that's
My
that.
God.
That's amazing.
So
Maybe
that's that.
Zaid would make an appearance.
Hey, I'm
Ugh.
Garrus.
Rumor of Fallout 4.
Well, we in.
I hope it's better than New Vegas.
About an hour and 15 minutes.
I got you.
I hope it's better than New
Yeah,
Vegas.
we're running low on topics here.
I whatchamacallit, I seen there's a random topic or something like that about Fallout 4 being teased, and I was getting super pumped about it. I was like, all right, yeah, new Fallout. What the fuck are you doing?
You left for Smite, I'm leaving for Fallout.
Hi, I'm Garrus. All right.
Hi, I'm Dan.
Like I was saying, but yeah, the teaser wasn't really a tease by like Bethesda or anybody like in terms of Fallout development.
Yeah.
It was actually the guy who fucking voices Three Dog.
Oh, God.
Three
Dog out!
You're a Three Dog guy?
I never
Like,
played.
Three Dog! Woo!
I played.
You're like,
I know Lucas Sims. That's it.
God.
My name's Lucas Sims.
But,
He had like tweeted out. He just tweeted out that there might be more Three Dog in the future, and you know, and then people were saying, you know, like I guess that people were telling him that he wasn't supposed to say that or something like that, and he was saying no, that he was actually told that he could give away that like kind of what the fuck you call it, like a teaser.
Mhm.
Like he was told that he could do that. So
leak it out.
yeah, it's not necessarily Fallout 4 or anything like that. I mean, it could be like the
could be based around Three Dog.
fucking Fallout Online bullshit that they've been saying would be in
yeah.
production for ages or something like that. But it's just like something with Three Dog, I guess. I don't know. But
want
it's not really Fallout 4. It might. I mean, maybe E3, maybe they'll announce it. I don't know.
I want the
Maybe.
story of his rise to fame in the radio broadcasting industry.
Three
I
Dog.
just want to go and punch him in the face again. Just keep punching him in the face.
Three Dog out! Stop
Punch the
it!
shit out of him. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, I'm Garrus.
Alright, I'm Lucas Sims. Stop doing that to that poor man.
Liam Neeson voiced the dad in the third
He
one.
did.
Yeah, he did.
All I know about like Fallout 3 has to do with a machinima like 2-episode series called Spore Out, where they mashed Spore and Fallout 3
Yeah.
together, and it was like kind of like a YouTube poop thing almost.
Yeah.
It was really bad. They made
Oh, okay.
Liam Neeson seem like a child molester. It was funny.
All right.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, he came and gone like throughout the third one or whatever. But it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't really. It was a teaser, but I guess it wasn't really too.
You don't know
much
what
of a
it's for. It
teaser.
could be the online thing or like
Yeah,
Fallout
it's
4.
not necessarily Fallout 4, but a lot of people were fucking putting like in articles they were saying Fallout 4. Probably just to,
Was Ron
just-
Perlman in it at all, or just in the trailer? War.
Oh, I don't
War
know.
never changes. If I had the sound machine hooked up, I'd play the Spore. Spore never changes, but that's from Spore Out. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know.
So we're talking about Sport Out again, huh?
well, we were talking about Fallout 3.
It was relevant.
and I was saying all my information I know from that is pretty
It's
much from
Spore
Spore Out.
Yeah.
I only played the beginning of the game to the point where you get out of the vault, and then I was like, eh.
it picks
It's like
up
when it
after.
opens up and
I need
stuff.
to try. I still need to get into it. I was telling you the other day, Dan, that I'm hesitant to get into new game universes like that.
Oh yeah, because he apparently had mentioned something about it in his video talking about 2013, and I saw in the comments on the last Creature Talk you had mentioned it. Oh no, that's what it was. You had mentioned it in that, and people were like, "He's been mentioning that for the last year," and so
Hesitant to get into what?
Fallout
New
3.
universes, like I was saying, like with Deus Ex and like Fallout, and
They're pretty standalone though.
Yeah.
They don't intertwine in anything.
Fallout
or
1 and
anything
2
like
are.
that.
They're,
Each Fallout game though.
well, Fallout 1 and 2.
Fallout 3 is like, I don't think Fallout 3 follows much for New Vegas, does it? It doesn't.
It's just it takes place in like the same setting / environment. Like it's the same. You know, the war happened. It's a post-apocalyptic.
You're the
Post-apocalyptic
you're the vault
world.
dweller in the third one, and then you're like the lone wanderer
Yeah.
in the New Vegas one.
It's just like the setting is the same.
Deus
So
Ex
it's the
is
same. It's the same universe, though, right?
Yeah, but it's not like you need to play 1, 2,
It's
and
like
3.
Skyrim
Yeah.
and the other ones.
Yeah.
Nothing intertwines.
Have you
It's like
seen it?
Deus Ex. The new Deus Ex doesn't intertwine with anything.
Nah, not really. Have you seen what Fallout 1 and 2 looks like? It's like a top-down game. It's
Oh,
it's
okay.
completely
It's like a
different.
strategy game.
Yeah,
Ew.
Yeah.
it's still like an RPG, I think, but it's a completely different game. It's just they set up, the story, like what happened. It's not like the story carries. There was a war, a bunch of shit happened.
It never
Here you go.
changed.
It never changed.
Shit that you can look up on a wiki.
There you go.
A wiki, huh? I like wikis.
There you go.
I mean, Fallout
I
3
like
is
me
a
some wikis.
pretty good place to jump in. New Vegas.
Do you like
Yeah, I was
do you
thinking
like aiming down sights or no? Because Fallout 3 doesn't have aiming down sights.
But New Vegas
Okay.
does. But New Vegas isn't as good as 3.
That's true.
New Vegas' DLC was also kind of poopy.
Okay.
Vegas.
I
Vegas
have to
never
get into
changes.
them, but like I said,
One day.
One day.
You're cutting yourself short. You just don't want to jump into anything new. And
I am. The same with Dragon Age was the other one. I didn't
Dra-
want to get into
Dra-
that 'cause
Dragon
it's kind of
Age.
a long
Dragon Age
game.
got kind of boring, especially the first one. First one was like,
Only thing I liked about Dragon Age is how they'd stand there all bloody. Talk.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
just
get all...
yeah, blood splatter.
I remember
everywhere.
I played the first like 5 minutes. I went and killed some rats, and I'm just soaked in blood after hitting.
And
a
you're
few
talking all
stupid rats.
casual and stuff.
Hey,
Yeah.
I killed the rats for you.
I haven't
slaughtered
taken a
them
shower
good.
yet.
I get my
Slaughtered
money.
them good. So yeah, that's
It's like one of those games you just kind of play for the story more
yeah.
more than the gameplay itself. Second one improved, but the first one was just like, you hit X, your guy goes and attacks a bunch and either kills the other person or dies.
No, I don't mind that. Like I played that with Knights of the Republic, the whole turn-based system.
Yeah, it's kind of the second one. Like it lets you do real time or use the old version.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Okay. Well, last thing I mentioned on here, the CD Projekt Red, is that what they're called? Whoever makes Witcher.
Yeah, sure.
They
I don't know.
They were apparently James had told me they were planning on releasing the.
This was
engine
way
for-
back at Gamescom.
It's called the Red Kit, yeah, and I kind of let it go to the back of my mind and forgotten about it. And then I went to look it up after James had mentioned it again, and apparently they're not releasing it till I think they said early 2013, so that could mean anywhere from now until a few months down the line here. So I'm excited for that because the engine's pretty spectacular. I don't know, have you never played it?
Witcher.
Which one?
The second one.
Which Witcher are you?
Which
wishing?
Witcher?
I've played
The Witcher with the.
I've played a little bit of both of them, but I've never got real far. I planned on playing them, trying to beat them. I might record them one day.
It's
but
it's a pretty impressive engine as far as visual.
yeah, the game actually looked pretty good. From what I heard, it plays pretty well too.
Yeah, it's fun.
I just haven't played too much of it.
I liked it. I think it was pretty cool. And James recommended it to me.
I did.
And I ended up
Didn't
playing
you
through
record it?
before him.
Yeah, you
Oh, I thought you were recording it.
Fucking
I was
went
like, man,
through
this
it,
game's awesome.
beat
man.
it and everything before I even really got into
Yeah,
it.
and then
I
just,
had
like-
played just a little. I played like up to what was it? Was it probably like the second chapter when you get on that boat?
Yeah, the boat.
And that's where I had stopped, like right on that boat.
I didn't even know this but that thing has like 50 different endings.
Yeah.
Does it?
50 different, like, extremely different endings.
Holy crap!
And I didn't even know that, but all these little tiny choices you make affect the end of the game.
Yeah, what was that one choice that I had made that I was telling when I was pitching the game to you or whatever, I was telling you about the choice that I had made that I had like There was something that this guy, like some kind of like amulet or something like that he had given me, and I fucking stole it from him or something like that, and like he wanted it back. Tried to fight me. I beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, it's like
It's mine now.
I remember my ending was kind of unimpressive. I mean, it was okay, but it was like it wasn't that huge, and I was like, okay, well that was.
Were you an
fun.
asshole in it?
No.
I'm gonna be an asshole.
I mean I was probably less than fantastic to some people, but
Some people deserve it,
yeah,
to be honest.
those stupid dwarves.
People never got there.
Stupid dwarves. Wow.
Being like racist here.
But yeah, other
This
than that,
just in.
Dwarves are stupid.
Except Lord of the Rings dwarves, they're pretty cool.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay, well that's pretty much our list of topics.
I think I can dig up a couple more. The Oscars announced their nominations.
Ew.
And I was kind of disappointed that Christopher Nolan didn't get nominated for... Well, The Dark Knight Rises hardly got anything. They got,
What the hell's wrong
like,
with those people?
visual effects
The
or something
Avengers
like
didn't
that.
get anything really either.
What is wrong with those people?
Do you think it has something to do with, since it's like a already created universe, does that have anything to do with it?
Shouldn't. I mean, they take it one movie at a time kind of thing. So the best pictures... I'm just going to read through the best pictures. Amor, that's what it is.
Amor.
Argo, Beast of the Southern Wild, Django Unchained, Les Miserables, Life of Pi, Lincoln, Silver Linings Playbook, and Zero Dark 30. The thing that I think is kind of stupid is Argo's nominated for Best Picture, but Ben Affleck isn't nominated for Best Director, which is kind of weird. Usually that doesn't happen that much. I don't know. I'm just really disappointed.
Are these the ones?
In a lot of
Wait,
these.
it's the Academy Awards. I'm trying to think which one they
The Oscars.
give each other awards, pretty much, instead of. How are those all determined?
They had
The Academy.
one.
The Academy of blah, 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 blah,
They just
blah.
had one where Argo won Best Picture.
Yeah, it was,
I don't know what it was though.
I can't remember what it was either. But, I don't know.
Ben
I don't put
Affleck-
too
Ben
much stock
Affleck
in
is
the
getting up
Oscars
here.
in the first place. He is. He's an excellent director.
Up here?
No, I mean
Here?
like, yeah, something like that.
Flip floppy.
But Skyfall hardly got acknowledged.
What's wrong with
That's
these
kind
people?
of sad, yeah.
It's like, you think of all the Bond movies.
That
this would
Bourne
be the
movie better
one.
not be on there.
Ew.
That better not be on there.
Let's see here.
Oh my
I'm
God,
trying to
the
find
best line in a movie.
Dark Knight Rises.
That was like the first line in Star Trek too, and started laughing.
The Hobbit's hardly nominated for anything. Makeup.
Oh, pff.
Hitchcock makeup, or Hitchcock, God, I can't even talk.
Hitchcock.
Hitchcock, The Hobbit, and Les Miserables
Hitchcock.
is, Skyfall has best score, original song.
What?
Sound mixing, Skyfall. Where's Dark Knight Rises? I thought that was on there somewhere.
It's not even on there.
I thought it was nominated. It was nominated for something.
Let's put that Bourne movie in place of it.
It was visual effects, I think.
Was it?
I think that and Avengers were both in visual effects.
Let's see here.
Unless that was something else completely. I don't know.
Visual effects. No.
No? The
Wow.
fuck did I look at that was visual
The
effects?
Avengers is in the visual effects, but not Dark Knight Rises. Is Dark Knight Rises nominated for anything?
They probably took it off. They're
What
like,
the hell?
"Ugh."
I thought they were nominated for something. Hold on, I gotta
On
find
second
this.
thought, let's just get this out of here completely.
Yeah, we don't want
If
this
that's
at all.
not nominated for anything,
Batman.
Protest the
I just don't-
Oscars.
Like the cinematography in those movies are amazing. I think. Well, Wally Pfister won for Inception.
But
in
Batman.
2010.
Batman is just all around.
Just think of
not-
Batman. Do you want Batman at the Oscars?
Not a good character at all. James Bond, not a good character at all. Ben Affleck.
Not a good character at all. He's obviously pretty desperate.
He's doing way too many things here.
Oh, well, I gotta find this. They better.
Ben Affleck gets around.
Taking too many deals for
God.
movies.
He's just getting desperate here. He's clinging.
Man, fucking Snow White and the Huntsman is nominated
What? For what?
for costume design. Hold
Chris
on.
Hemsworth is in.
It's not nominated for anything. It's not nominated for anything. Are
Holy
you kidding
shit!
me?
They got
Wow.
shafted.
Well, I was talking about. I had tweeted the other day, and I usually don't like tweeting my opinion on a lot of things, but I was talking about how it's kind of like a crime that no one's never been acknowledged. Like the movies have
They
been.
should make a category for Bane's voice.
Oh, best
And best
voice.
Bane voice
Best
is.
Bane's voice goes to
The Bourne movie.
Oh God,
Jeremy Renner.
Jimmy Renner.
Jimmy Renner.
Jimmy Renner. Yeah, no, it's just like he gets shafted all
Nick
the time.
Nolte.
Tommy.
Nick Nolte, come on down.
Oh God.
You're on the
Bomb
Oscars.
is mobile.
This bomb is mobile.
Oh God.
I am the League of Shadows.
It's like
My
Vince
God.
McMahon.
You're fired.
Takes him like
Man,
10 hours.
Vince
I
McBain.
don't know.
Well, there
But I
you
mean,
go.
there were plenty of good movies that came out this year, so I'm not like, I don't understand. It's not like I don't understand why those movies were nominated. I haven't seen some of them, but
Are you gonna watch it?
I had heard good things. Watch what,
You
the
gonna watch it?
Oscars?
Yeah.
I don't know. Seth MacFarlane's hosting. Seth MacFarlane.
Didn't he already host something?
Family Guy guy.
In the
Yeah,
past,
he
like
did.
year.
What do you host?
He hosted a roast of somebody before,
Oh.
but he does.
I've seen him
like-
host something. Maybe it was announcing for this, but that seems like
He's
it'd
taking
be
on
a
too many
long-
jobs, I think.
Originally,
Yeah.
Eddie.
Desperate.
Originally,
getting desperate here.
He is getting desperate. Originally, Brett Ratner was originally set to direct. Brett Ratner did the Rush Hour movies, and Eddie Murphy was set to be the host. But Brett Ratner said apparently some stupid things, and they took him off. And then Eddie Murphy left because I guess Brett Ratner wasn't directing it anymore. I don't know who's directing it now, but
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy was going to host the
Eddie
Oscars.
Murphy.
That would have been interesting.
Come back for him. He can make a comeback right there.
What was-
he could win an Oscar.
He hasn't done
Have an Oscar.
He would win an Oscar for having an Oscar performance at the Oscars.
There you go.
hosting.
Best Oscar host.
Eddie Murphy.
Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan.
Oh God, he would never direct the Oscars. Although I mean, I don't think he puts as much stock in it.
Isn't that
but-
like more of a production, like live thing than anything?
Yeah, but
How
like
would they-
big,
like,
big
what do they
directors have
produce?
directed it before.
okay.
It's just like I don't know. Danny
Unbelievable.
Boyle directed the opening at the Oscars and stuff like that. He directed.
A lot of these people do not know what the fuck we're
Danny
talking
Boyle
about.
was in 127 Hours. Yeah, but like I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about with a lot of the game
fuck
stuff.
I'm talking about right now.
Just wing it.
Is this a fucking gaming podcast or
You
a
see
movie
this right here? You
podcast?
see that?
It's an entertainment podcast.
Splinter Cell movie.
This is entertainment. You're gonna have to recategorize this.
I don't know.
We usually throw a little bit of movies in there.
You're like naming all these actors and shit
I
like
know.
that. And I'm just
I
like,
actually-
I don't think people are gonna understand.
My brother and I want to start doing a movie podcast. So
I don't know if
you
people
heard it here
know.
first. We're gonna do a podcast at some point.
There you
I
go.
enjoy talking about this stuff, but we
I
talk about it a
know.
little bit.
I'm just saying that I don't know
I
that
know.
many people would know who you're talking about.
okay.
You're saying all these directors and
I'll
stuff
shut
like
up.
that.
As long as you stick to relevant movies to our genre.
You know, the ladies know Chris Hemsworth. You know? Ladies know Ben Affleck. I also know Ben Affleck. He's a personal friend of mine. I'm going to be in his new movie. Because he's blowing up. I want to be right there next to him. You know what I
He
mean?
blew up after the town.
I said I want to be there right next to him when he blows up. He didn't blow up yet,
Oh,
goddammit.
okay. Gotcha.
It's yet to come.
Gotcha.
It's when I get involved.
When he comes.
Yeah,
You'll
you're
be
gonna
there.
blow him
I
up
come
like.
too.
You're gonna blow him up. Good one, Seamus. I like it.
Knee slapper.
Gonna blow
Ow.
up inside him. He's gonna blow up inside me. Ben Affleck. Fanfic.
What do you
There you
think
go,
Jennifer
you got
Garner's
another
gonna
movie.
think of that? His
She's gonna
wife.
blow up too.
It's alright. She's Electra.
She's gonna be watching.
She is Electra. He's Daredevil.
She's
Yeah,
gonna be.
there you go.
She's gonna be sitting there watching. Gonna blow up too.
I'm gonna go in there and be the bullseye. I'm gonna the fucking
He's gonna blow up all over your bullseye. Oh God.
Oh no.
See, people know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I never miss.
No, people know what we're talking about.
Fucking Colin Farrell.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
never
Colin
miss.
Farrell and that.
Hey,
gonna blow up
I
too?
want a fucking costume. In the rated R version, he says fucking, but in the movie, he says bloody. I want a bloody costume.
That was good though.
Have you seen the rated R version with Coolio?
They
They completely cut out Coolio's subplot in that movie.
I don't know if I have or not. I don't know if I've ever seen that movie more than like once or twice.
The only thing that
I
makes that
mean,
movie rated R is the F word and near boobs, but they don't show boobs. It's
Near
a little bit
boob.
more violent too.
Near
but-
boob.
I still put the Punisher up here with.
Oh yeah, Punisher's over
With-
Daredevil.
That's almost
Marvel
near
movies.
Affleck.
What do you- what
he's
the
gonna
fuck
blow
are
up-
you
You're
thinking?
doing this with Affleck.
He's
but
gonna
you
blow
I
want
was
up
this
doing this
the-
with Affleck like individually.
What if Jimmy Renner became the Punisher?
No,
They're all blowing up.
no.
You don't think off the heat of Hansel and Gretel
No.
Witch Hunter, he could pick up the Punisher?
No, it's
Oh, no.
only Thomas Jane. No, there's no other Punisher.
Yeah, that
We've
would
got
be
two
cool
more
to see
Bourne
Thomas
movies
Jane.
there
to
is
do,
no
though.
other.
You
there's
still
no
haven't seen
Punisher.
the second Punisher movie though.
I haven't. I'm afraid to. I was always afraid to because I didn't know how I would
It's
take
far more violent.
it. I know it
It's
is. That's what
really
I heard.
cartoony violent.
But like, I mean, After when watching Dexter and seeing Ray Stevenson in that,
He's good.
I liked him in that.
He's good.
So I'm kind of more open to seeing the second Punisher. But like before, I was just like, no.
There's
it
one
doesn't have
part-
Thomas Jane. Fuck it.
There's one part where he punches a guy in the face once, and his fist goes like right through his fucking skull. He just and I was just like, okay.
Like,
It's just
power.
like one punch, he goes, pfft, and his face just like caves in.
ugh.
And I'm like,
some
all
power.
right.
That's amazing.
Was it like creep fan special? effects?
Newman's in it. Newman.
Newman.
Oh, really?
Newman from Seinfeld. Wayne Knight.
Fat Newman or skinny Newman?
Skinnier Newman. I think he was getting fatter.
In the process.
I think it was after. I think he was blowing up a little bit after that. I think he's
blown
gained a
up?
little bit back.
Yeah, you got really skinny.
That happens when you get like what's it called? The triple bypass or whatever the fuck.
I like
it is.
Fat Newman.
Fat Newman's good.
He's
What
just-
happens when fat people get skinny? You get used to them being fat. You don't want them to be. You don't want to become skinny.
It's like
Just-
Jonah Hill.
Oh yeah.
Fuck skinny Jonah Hill.
See, Fat Jonah Hill.
He's putting it back on though again.
Well, then good for him.
He knew. He
It's
knows.
like
Good
good,
for
for
him,
him.
he
Even though it's like a health hazard to him or something.
He got
It's good for
skinny?
him.
Yeah, he got pretty
Oh, yeah.
skinny
Did
for,
he have
for
surgery
21
or
Jump
did he
Street.
actually?
I think he actually did it.
He was
but
in,
I
like, he was in
I don't know.
Django.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, he was in Django.
Wasn't he in one
He
of
was one
the-
of the KKK guys.
Oh yeah, I do remember seeing him in the trailer.
That was like one of the funniest scenes in that movie. The audience was laughing so hard. They were all arguing about the bags, like the bags on the heads.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't see shit out of this. And then the one guy's like, my wife took the time to make these bags.
Yeah, I'm going home.
Yeah, it's like, don't ask me and mine for nothing. It was
He
funny.
fucking left. Yeah, that was good.
That went on for like 4 minutes, that scene.
Didn't get old though. Didn't get old.
Didn't get old. That's
Stayed
Quentin
fresh.
I liked it.
All right.
All right, that's good.
Well, that was
That's
the
good
movie
wrap-up.
chat version of Creature
Movie
Talk.
talk.
Yeah, the nice
Movie
last
portion.
like 15, 20 minutes were just pretty much movies.
I like movies.
Understandable.
All right.
Colin
Okay.
Farrell.
We ran out of topics.
That's
Time we at there?
hour and a half.
Ben
That's
Affleck.
that's a shorter
Once
one.
we get callers coming in here, we'll be back to 2 hours.
It was 2 hours last week, wasn't it?
No,
It was pretty
Aw.
long. It was like an hour
It was
something.
closer
Hour
to
53
2 hours,
maybe,
but-
something
yeah,
like
maybe
that.
it was closer to
It
2
was
That's
pretty
a
close
lot
to
more
2
talking
hours.
than normal.
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about doing callers like on the show after though, like the stream. That's what that's what you were talking about doing.
Oh yeah, I did say that.
We just need
I
to be
forget
better.
what I
The
said.
thing was, we always end up throwing topics together at the very last second, right before we record, and so sometimes we don't know whether we're going to talk too much or not enough. So we'll gauge it more properly in the future.
Yeah.
But people seem to be like at first.
I
People
like this
didn't-
natural flow.
Yeah, people didn't like the new format of Creature Talk, and then I saw a lot of comments like saying that it flowed a lot better. Like it went to like really well.
Because I think one, we're not worried about just like any kind of internet issues
Yeah.
knocking us down. Two, we're not looking at the chat because that seems to sometimes that
It's a
kinda knocks
distraction.
us off.
I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing and a bad thing. But
I tweeted that picture of James rubbing his nose against the mic. People seem to like that.
you kidding me?
They'll get used to it.
We need to take this
I
thumbnail
didn't even
picture.
confirm that.
Okay.
What the fuck is wrong with you using
Thank
my
you everyone
likeness?
for joining us for this Creature
He's
Talk.
He's just using my likeness.
He's suing me. Hey, my career's going downhill right now. I'm getting
I don't
desperate.
give a shit.
I'm
I'm
gonna
getting
put this-
desperate.
I'm
gonna
gonna
put
be
this
hanging with
podcast-
Ben Affleck pretty soon, so you're
You're gonna be blowing Ben Affleck.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna put this one out
And
of this
Steve Blum.
misery. Not my brightest Creature Talk.
What?
Not your brightest. Are you kidding me?
Coots,
your
you had
brightest.
some gold. Keep being stupid.
Yeah, you're the like Carl Pilkerton of this right here.
Carl Pilkerton.
Pilkington.
Pelkerton.
That was close.
I'm not quite on that
Good enough.
level.
Carl
but
Pilkerton.
With some practice, I may be able to get that dumb.
You just need to shave your head.
I'm happy that I introduced Carl Pilkington to all of these guys.
He's great.
Pretty funny guy.
I love
All
him.
right.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us.
He's golden.
We love you.
For everyone here and Z,
I love you.
who
He almost made it.
he almost did.
Close.
Yeah, people were tweeting at me. It's
You
like,
can blame it on
sorry.
me because I kind of we had to record this early and it
Asshole!
threw off schedule
Blame
and
it
all
on
that.
Coop. Yeah.
I'll take the blame for it.
We'll try to get everybody else on here. It's all about scheduling.
And then Sly's gonna be out here soon.
Spoon's already here.
We keep forgetting to ask Spoon to come over. We're still trying to get used to Spoon being here too.
He's still tired from moving.
Yeah,
So-
and he's in the middle of his. Anyway,
He's not having a fun time.
thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.
Meh.